Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Black Manga Critic. We are back with the Kingdom Read-A-Thon greatness. This is probably one of my most favorite things to do on this channel. React to that Kingdom greatness, go through as many chapters as I can within every Read-A-Thon session. Talk to all the people in the chat. This manga is awesome. I love this manga. I wouldn't say it's my favorite manga of all time or anything like that. It's hard. Like if you have a favorite manga, it's very difficult for something to like dethrone that or whatever. But Kingdom's definitely like an awesome manga that I really like in terms of like shonen manga or seinen manga, whatever however you want to categorize it. I would say seinen. It's probably a seinen manga. Like within that, like it's pretty great for what it is, like for historical manga and everything like that. I really enjoy it. I have a blast with it when I'm reacting, when I'm reading it. It's one of those manga that's even better to read through when you're live streaming and doing all that stuff. Like I don't think I'd have as much fun with it just reading through it as I would like doing these readathons and everything like that. So let's get into the Kingdom Greatness, because this is part 15. Once again, this is part 15 of that Kingdom Greatness readathon. Again, I'm doing all these other readathons because I really enjoy doing this stuff. And I always love reading. I love reading manga. I read probably way too many manga, but you can never read enough manga. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on with this stuff. Yo. King, yeah, what's going on, Anime Manga God? How you doing? It's awesome. It's an awesome manga. So without further ado, we are starting with chapter 203. Usually what happens is a start, one or two people are here at the beginning, and then a bunch of people kind of trickle through. Just because I'm not really great at like scheduling stuff. I got to get better at like saying I'm gonna schedule a readathon for this day at this time, be there, but I'm trying to be better about that. So I think this weekend I'm probably going to set up a sort of schedule for myself in terms of when I'm going to be doing live streams, discussions, and stuff like that. All right, so let's get into chapter 203. Get my sip of water. Can't be parched when you're reading that Kingdom Greatness. You know the deal. All right. Chapter 203 is entitled Embrace. And all right, let's do it. The eastern linchpin of Wei, Sanyo, is comprised of 4 cities. And to the east of these cities lie the Rui Plains. Though called a plain, in truth, it is a complex terrain. It is a complex terrain with elements of hills, forests, and wetlands. And it was this field, long favored by generals of old, that was chosen by Renpa as the site for the upcoming battle. Mogo's main army finally arrives at the location of the decisive battle. Everybody's here. Got Moten, Ohan, and Shin and Kyokai. We have been awaiting you, great general. Oh, these two. Okay. Oh boy. The vice generals, I guess is what they were called, I think. Or vice, yeah. I want to say vice generals or something like that. Vice commanders, vice generals. Okay. We've been awaiting you, great general. Sorry, something was going on with my throat a little bit. Sorry about that. The two of you have done well. Those two are Grandpa's vice generals. Here you are again. Those two are his vice generals? Yep, General Kanki and General Osen. Never heard of them. Must mean those two ain't anything special. Stupid. Both of them are monsters. The truth is that the majority of Grandpa's accomplishments on the war front have been due to those two. Monsters? There are reasons why those two names have yet to spread. Reasons? General Kanki used to be the leader of a large pack of bandits that were based in the mountains to Kin's south. He's a bandit boss? Extremely brutal personality. Even now, he still retains the cruel and heavy-handed behavior of his bandit days. It's said he has no qualms whatsoever with even killing surrendering soldiers. I heard that back in his bandit days, whenever he managed to take a city or village, he would personally behead every last person he found in it. Kanki the Beheader. That's the moniker he's known by even now. Ugh, that's disgusting. Sorry. It's just You're gross, man. You're just a gross person. Every last person, isn't he scum then? Why is it that why is someone like that a vice general? Because he's a prodigy at warfare. Hmm. Though he has never formally studied strategy, not a single time have the armies Kin sent out to defeat him managed to defeat his unique, unorthodox tactics. Oh, yeah, Kin. It's true that Grandpa suffers a hit to his reputation by choosing to take Conky under his wing, but even taking that into account, his abilities more than make up for it. Then what about the other guy, the General Osen? Osen is Ohan's father. Eh? In other words, he's the current head of the famous O family, the same family that General Oki came from. The current head of General Oki's family? Moten-sama. Yes, yes, I'm coming. Wait, what? You both said that you said that both of the vice generals had reasons. What's the deal with General Osen then? Osen is considered to be the number one dangerous person in Kin. Ever since the time of King Sho, he has always remained in the shadows. What do you mean by dangerous person? Every single rumor I hear of him speaks of how he harbors a great ambition, that he desires to become a king. That's different. That's very different from being a general. I mean, like, it's interesting. It's interesting. And yet he's on the battlefield, you know what I mean? Though I believe King Sho was also really great with like battle and kind of like a jack of all trades, I guess. Like he just loved battle as well. Interesting. Meanwhile, all of the Wei army forces had also finally arrived at the Rui Plains. And on Mount Baron, headquarters of the Wei army, stood General Haku Kisai, commander-in-chief of the Wei army. What did you say? Our lord isn't the commander-in-chief? Haku Kisai? Who's that? I do believe he was one of the Gokei's vice generals in the last Kinwei War. Oh, one of Gokei's vice generals. Oh, okay. Ah, that guy who turned tail and ran with just one glare from Oki? Not listening, not a thing. They appointed someone like that as commander-in-chief? Why on earth? Why, my lord? No, didn't see that coming, did you? Seems it was worth keeping quiet about. The main reason for this is the issue of morale. Excuse me. Did you forget? Much less the other states, even the citizens of Wei believe that the only reason I haven't sorted in the last 3 years is because the king does not find me trustworthy. Ah, so even if I were to suddenly be appointed commander-in-chief, it's not like that's going to do anything for this Wei soldiers' morale. That's true. Besides, the Kitosai or whatever fellow might be a mediocre commander, but somehow he's also well liked by the Wei people. It's much easier for us too if we use him as the figurehead while I control things from behind. My lord, it's Haku Kisai. Oh man, that's funny. Well, apart from that, you could say there's still a few other reasons. Ah, even after all this, he's still attached to Zhao and feels guilty. If this is my lord's decision, then we will gladly oblige. My lord really is happy to return to the field after all. I can say the same for you four. Haku Kisai, we're going to do the usual thing, so come over here. Wahaha, the usual thing? Kaishibo, my lord, good luck to you. The same to you, my lord. They're like really hugging each other. It's like he's scared to like embrace them because I guess he feels like he might get crushed. Next, Rinko. Yes, it's been a while. Good luck to you. Creak. Oh, that's the stuff. Next, Kyoen. Yes, sir. Next, Genbo, Gramps. Not interested. Next, Haku Kisai. No, I believe I'll pass as well. Good luck to you. Oh no, it hurts. Wait, no, it burns? What is this sensation? This heat, this uplifting sensation? It feels like my body is being filled with strength from the bottom of my stomach. My body feels like it's overflowing with energy. It's bursting out of me. Yeah. Cuckoo. Now then, it's almost time. Take your positions. Yes, sir. The enemy commander is not Renpa, but Haku Kisai. I repeat, the enemy commander-in-chief is Haku Kisai. Renpa wasn't appointed as commander? What's going on? Pick up the pace. Get to your positions. Move it. Moten-sama. It's not Renpa. Fourth squad, move it up a bit more. Hurry. In a way, you could say this actually makes things even more unsettling. With this, Renpa won't be limited to staying at their headquarters. The vanguard is passing through. Hishin unit, make way. All squads, shift left. Aha. Ohan. So Ohan's in the first wave. That's going to be difficult. To send a hastily formed 1,000-man unit in the first wave? Even Ohan probably hoped he wouldn't draw that straw. Kanki-sama. A smoke signal from HQ. It says they will be praying for our victory. Woohoo, that's rare. It's not every day you see old Hakuro do that. Osen-sama. Our men have completed preparations. It has been quite a while, Renpa. I've already gathered my resolve. The last one to laugh will be me. Let's get things started, shall we? Vanguard unit, forward! Oh man, this is going to be interesting. All right, so that's the chapter 203. Chapter 204 is entitled Hastily Assembled Unit. Vanguard unit, forward! Hastily assembled unit. The first wave's heading out. How many of them are there? No clue. There's 8 1,000-man units, 8,000 in total. The Gyoku Ho unit is with them as well. Okay. General Domon, to all troops, hear me. Renpa is nothing more than a relic of the past. Uh-oh, don't do that. Onwards, brave warriors of the mighty kin. We will send that senile old fool into the next life with our own hands and lay claim to the lands of Sanyo. Mogul Army Vanguard Commander, General Domon, 8,000 troops. Wah! We are ready to go at any time, Rinko-sama. Yes, yes. Wei Army Vanguard Commander, General Rinko, 8,000 troops. Time has come. Yeah. It won't be long before all of us in the second wave move out too. Naturally, it would be excellent to actually take Renpa's head. But first, we must make us take for ourselves either the heads of 3 1,000-man commanders or 1 general. By accomplishing that, we will be officially recognized as a 1,000-man unit. But even before that, the Gyoku Ho unit, who also became a 1,000-man unit, is probably going to kick up a storm first. Hon-sama, this first wave is the perfect opportunity for us. It's time for us to demonstrate the Gyoku Ho strength to both ally and foe alike. Yeah. And to him as well. Osen, his father. Vanguard unit, charge! Off we go then. It started. Wow, that's massive. Look at all the cavalry. Man. And then they're just clashing. Just bodies and horses clashing, man. Wow. Ooh, that's a look from Mohan. Then he charges in with a spear. Mogo HQ. They're not doing too bad, my lord. Not Haku Kisai HQ. Not good. The balance seems to be favoring the kin soldiers. Ha ha ha. No need to panic. It's only starting from now that the Wei army will begin displaying its true strength. Huh? Have the second squad close in a bit more. Yes, sir. 5th and 6th, push out into the enemy's left. Yes, sir. 7th squad, slide left and make room for the 8th to crack open the enemy. Go, go, go. Break into their left flank. 8th squad, charge. Are the Wei starting to push us back? Seems my lord was correct when he said that the Wei people tend to be serious by nature. Even with an outsider like me as a commander, they're still able to fight effectively. Very impressive. Soldiers like these might lack sudden explosive strength, but in exchange, neither will they collapse easily. I wonder if this is the reason why the Wei army is strong when it comes to holding down enemies. It's a relief Wei soldiers are so easy to use. Okay, gather up 500 of the Rinko unit. Alrighty then, I believe it's about time I got started too. Just, man, slaughtered. They pushed them back. Not only that, but now the Wei army is switching to the offensive. Huh. So you finally started moving, eh? Stop him, Rinko. 1,000-man commander. Man. Rinko hype, man. I like this guy a lot. General. He kind of reminds me of yeah, he kind of reminds me of like a Gin from Bleach, or so like a Hisoka from like Hunter x Hunter, like early Hisoka. You know what I mean? Before we knew how like ridiculously powerful he was. You know, like kind of like that, like the same kind of like sly sort of smile. Seemed kind of like, you know, very, very fox-like, sly. General, 1,000-man commander Taiyun has fallen. What? We lost a 1,000-man commander already? His unit appears to be buckling. Send reinforcements. Cool. The Talon unit was one of our hastily assembled units. Is it too much for them after all? General Doman, that elite squad from earlier is now mounting an attack on the NB unit. The NB unit is struggling. What? Just like the Taiyun, the NB unit is also one of our temporary 1,000-man units. Within the 8 units that comprise our first wave, 3 of them were newly appointed. Could it be that they're actually being deliberately targeted? Ooh, I mean, Rinko, he's got that sense. He's got that sense. He knows the deal. He knows. You know, if scrubs are holding titles that they should not be. Honsama, the 4th squad is struggling. Our right wall is also being pushed in. What are they doing? Send the 7th from the right to push them back. We'll call the 2nd squad and send them to the 4th's aid. It was all because the 2nd didn't keep up that they got caught by the idiots. The 9th squad in the rear has also been caught by enemies. What? The 700 newly joined soldiers are always one step behind when compared to our movements. So there's no synergy yet, which makes sense. Shu, go save the 9th. Yes, sir. Let's go. And to make up for their shortcomings, we are forced to dilute our forces. Honsama, our right wall has collapsed. What? Our Gyoku Ho unit is actually on the back foot? Impossible. Even though the newly joined members are also crack troops, I already expected that there would still be a difference between them and the 300 of the Gyoku Ho, but I would never have thought that having them fight together would still drag us down this much. Honsama, new enemies approaching from the left. The left foot too? Oh, the left too? Damn. Have the 3rd squad intercept. Reinforce the right wall. Hurry. A single glance is all you need to tell apart units that possess the proper command chain and those that do not. Of course, the former is strong while the latter is weak. And all of that was thanks to me hunting down your officers, resulting in hastily assembled troops like you now. I shall have your life, new 1,000-man commander. Oh, boy. Protect Honsama. Out of the way. I'll do it. What? Oh, boy. Ohan versus Rinko? We got that early battle. Oh, snap. Chapter 205 is entitled Killer Spear Technique. Uh-oh. Out of the way. I'll do it. A duel, eh? Yo. Oh, man. This is going to be wild. Not interested. Let's hurry up and finish them off, everyone. Oh, he just got denied. Oh, that's got to feel terrible. Oh, man. To have the resolve to duel someone that you know is stronger than you, and then to just get like, he basically got sunned. He's like, no, son. Got the hand on his forehead, on his on his head, you know, on the top of his head, just like, no, son, not today. Oh man, that's gotta suck. What? Incoming. Mogo army, 2nd wave. The 1st wave is struggling. The NB and Taiyun units have been destroyed. Even General Doman is personally fighting on the front with glaive in hand. 2 1,000-man commanders have already been killed already? Wait a second. Weren't NB and Taiyun 2 of the provisional 1,000-man units? Does that mean provisional 1,000-man units aren't able to fight properly in a real battle after all? Hey, messenger guy, what about the Gyoku Ho unit? Any news about them? How in the world am I meant to not to know that? And who are you, Ohan? Oh man, so strong. This has nothing at all to do with the lack of synergy in our unit. These enemies are just terrifyingly strong. These guys are a bit different from the earlier ones. There's a core of 200 to 300 elites. Well, that said, it's not like they're anywhere close to matching us either. After all, we are the veterans of countless battlefields, from the era of the first 3 great heavens and Qin 6 generals. the Four Heavenly Kings Rinko unit, directly under the service of General Renpa himself. Renpa's Four Heavenly Kings? Man, that guy just got speared. It doesn't matter. Regardless of how strong your soldiers are, so long as I kill you, their commander, your unit will still crumble, and that will be the end of this engagement. Well, that's true, I suppose. Ha ha ha. I guess. Being so passionately sought after like this doesn't feel bad either. General Domon, please don't be too reckless. I know. By personally standing at the front lines here, the men have managed to reclaim a measure of their previous momentum. But, as I thought, the loss of two 1,000-man units and an army of 8,000 is just too great a blow. General, let's pull our forces back for now and regroup We cannot. Whether we win or lose a battle like this that began with equal numbers is greatly related to the morale of both forces. We must find a way to turn that battle around right now. We go to rally the men that are suffering casualties. On me. Yes, sir. Ooh, look at that spear. That's a really great. That's a beautiful panel. Oh man, Rinko with the skills, with the sword skills. Whoa, Rinko-sama actually can't close in? That's Hon-sama for you. Yeah, it's completely one-sided. No, that's not it. For a while now, Hon-sama has been letting loose full-strength thrusts that we rarely see him exhibit, even in live combat. Yet despite that, he has not managed to open even a single scratch on that man's body. Well, this is a surprise. In my life so far, I've only fought so many field wielders that I cannot even begin to count their numbers. And even amongst them, you could be considered a standout. Despite your youth, I can feel how proficient your spear technique is. That goes without saying. It is the fruit of relentless training. Hon-sama was never one to be arrogant or dismissive of hard work, despite being born with a natural aptitude for the spear. Palm splits, blood splurting, the heat of his body rising in plumes from the snow. After subjecting himself to such brutal training day after day, ever since a tender age, Hon-sama's spear has already reached the level of a master since long ago. Think he's speeding up even more. Oh, here it comes. Hon-sama's special technique. Uh-oh. Dragon finger. Whoa. That's a really cool panel. Yo. I mean, any technique that has dragon in its name is going to be super, super hype. That's really cool. Dragon finger? Wow. Oh, did he get him? No, I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. He got him. No, he missed? Whoa, what's going on? He missed? If this were my first time seeing this, then even I'm not sure if I could dodge it properly. But like I said before, I've fought numerous spear wielders up until now, and have seen moves similar to this once or twice. And did you know? An opening will always arise right after using a big technique. Wow. The sword, he threw it? Yo, way go! Oh, that's too much hype, man. I can't. Whether it be you or that boy from last time, it seems the Kin army really has a lot of promising young blood. But too bad for you. You just don't have the luck. Oh, and then his sort of like lieutenant stepped in. He actually bent the spear. Oh, Rinko. Gyoku unit, whole unit. We're pulling out. Protect Hon-sama until Rinko was such a like Gin character. Remember in Bleach when Aizen is sort of like testing Gin's strength against like lieutenants or not even lieutenants, but like third seats or whatever, and like he's just destroying them like without really breaking a sweat. Like Rinko just reminds me of like a young Gin, Ichimaru from Bleach. Same sort of facial like features and stuff like that, stature, but just like incredibly talented. Ha ha ha! Not so fast. You're not getting away. Oh my goodness. Do not carelessly retreat. Man, you'll just be struck down from behind. We hold this ground and fight. Honsama, I won't miss next time. Hole. What's that noise? This tremor. It's the King's Army's second wave. Vanguard unit, we're coming right now. Oh boy. Oh boy. Chapter 206 is entitled The Heishin Unit's Battle Plan. Second wave, prepare to engage. Get into positions. Wahaha, guess there's no helping it. We gotta wipe the first wave's butts. Oh man. I'm gonna check the when I get to like chapter 210, I'm gonna check the like live chat and everything like that. Just because I really want to get I want to read way more chapters than I do within these readathons. So I think like it's better if I just kind of wait like after I read like let's say like 5 or 6 chapters, then check out the chat, then read another 5 or 6 chapters, then check out the chat and everything like that. After instead of like only after 2 chapters. Mogul Army, second wave commander, General Abi, 8,000 troops. Heishin unit, Shin, are you there? The situation at the first is just as you heard a moment ago. Chances are that the enemy is aiming specifically for newly formed 1,000-man units. In other words, you had best keep in mind that the ones who will be immediately targeted will be you and your Heishin unit. Try not to get killed too easily. You'll just cause troubles for others. That goes for you too, Johan. Sir, that's just what I wanted. Is that side ready? We're about to move. Yes, sir. So sweet. Our cavalry squad, is our cavalry squad good to go? Ah, nice. What about Ensan? Ready to move out whenever. Good. And last, Kyokai. All right. Let's go. Second wave, we go. Oh boy. Our second wave has just set off. The commander is General Abi, 8,000 troops, of which 2,000 are newly formed 1,000-man units, the Heishin unit and Johan unit. Rinko-sama, the enemy's second wave is approaching, roughly 8,000, making contact. Oh man. General Rempa, we must also send reinforcements. No need. No matter how many incomplete units you send, the same result will simply keep repeating itself. 1,000-man Commander Johan. The first squad is split in half. 7th have been wiped out. The 8th squad too. The strength of a unit is closely related to how unified they are as one, along with their synergy. Send the 4th out to the front. The 4th isn't here. What did you say? Without these components, they will be unable to utilize their true strength. Incoming cavalry. What? Oh no, protect the 1,000-man commander. To successfully command a 1,000-man unit is such an exceedingly difficult task that even powerful troops like the Gyoku Hull can barely make any headway. General Abi, the Johan unit is having trouble. Send reinforcements over. So it was no good after all? What of the Heishin unit? The Heishin unit has also been split up by the enemy. However, within all this, there was one strange thing that stood out. It was only the Heishin unit who were giving off a powerful light. My boy Shin. Go. What's this? Rinko-sama, there's cheering coming from the left. I can hear it too. What a strange uproar. Seems the cheering is coming from the Kin side. What unit is it? What is with those men? As a unit of soldiers, they're all over the place. There doesn't even seem to be a sliver of teamwork between the militia and the armored soldiers. Then why is it that they won't collapse? Why are they this strong? No, they're not simply scattered randomly as you might think. Every now and then, there was a reason behind why the Heishin unit was able to perform so well. Next, if our so it shifts to sort of Shin talking about strategy. Next, if our cavalry are in this position here, then the infantry will fall back to here and circle around there, while at the same time splitting their forces in half, one of which will accompany the cavalry. The important points to take note of are here and here. In the event that enemies manage to break in, I think we should just forget about it after all, Sosui. We might be confident in our ability to swing our swords around, but using our head ain't exactly our strong point. To just immediately start doing cooperative maneuvers like this is impossible. If we actually try to pull it off on the battlefield, we'll definitely just screw everything up. Rather than that, I reckon we're better off sticking to fighting as separate bodies like we're used to. If it's that, our men can definitely manage it, and I'm sure it shouldn't be a problem for you Kakubi guys either. But then our painstaking promotion to the 1,000-man unit would be meaningless. No, I concur with Shindono's thinking. While doing all the explaining, I also realized that this wasn't going to work. I understand, then, for this occasion, we will forget all about the tactics and movements, and just follow one extremely simple rule as a 1,000-man unit for the upcoming battle. And that is, no matter what time it is, and no matter what enemy you happen to be fighting, the moment there's a signal, we will all charge the target marked out by Captain Shin. They're coming! Fortify the front! Protect Ko-sama! We need heavy infantry! Send out heavy infantry to the and strike them as 1,000 men in unison. Boy Shin! Coming up with a good strategy. This is killer. You betcha. What amazing power. The enemy command squad was sent flying. This is a first. Shindono. Yeah. This is really some ridiculous power on a level that we've never had before. If we're able to do this much with just one battle plan, a properly trained 1,000-man unit has got to be seriously incredible. That is not the only strength of a 1,000-man unit. Sosui, look around you. The Hishin unit's offensive has even spread to the other troops. The entire Kin army is beginning to rebound from Wei's attacks. Forward! General Renpa, this is... Don't worry about the sound. Like, one of my cats is extremely loud. So don't worry about her. She's wonderful. I adore her, but she's extremely loud. So if you hear a random meowing, it's just one of my cats. All right, so that was a really good chapter. I really appreciate like how that worked. Just like, you know, Shin was really almost immediately recognizing that like half like, you know, put together strategy would not work at all. Okay, so again, I want to say when I get to chapter 210, when I get to chapter 210, I'm gonna check out the chat. All right. Genpo joins the fray. Don't worry, I'm gonna check out all the comments and everything. Like I'm gonna start from the beginning. Don't worry about it. So I will see everything that all of you are saying. All right, chapter 207 is entitled Genpo joins the fray. Uh-oh. It'll be interesting. Oh boy, oh boy. And Genpo, I think, is an old dude, is one of the 4 heavenly kings, the old guy. All right, keep it up, fellas. Wah! Rinko-sama, the balance is tipping toward them. How strange for the Wei army to be so easily beaten back like this. I wonder if it's because there's someone capable in the second wave. Go put an end to him. Yes, sir. What on earth is that ruckus? What's going on? That's the sound of a gong. It's a signal. Signal? That's a bit too early. Here they come. The enemy's second wave. You... General Renpa, this noise is... You would be gravely mistaken if you assumed that the second wave sent by Renpa, was nothing more than simple reinforcements. Watch and learn, Haku Kisai. The victory in this engagement will be taken by him. What's going on? If you're going to come, then hurry up already. The sound stopped? Smoke? Whoa. Mogo main army, third wave. The battlefield's been shrouded in smoke. Is it a fire? No, there's no flames, but the entire battlefield is still covered in smoke. A smoke screen, and on such a large scale, too. Shindono, are you unharmed? That you, Sosui? We've been outplayed. This has robbed us of our vision, and the men cannot even move. Man, after we finally gotten good momentum going too, this should be an enemy scheme. You think something like this will be enough to stop us? How naive of you. Don't think that a momentary break will change anything. The moment the smoke clears up, it's so angry. But the real terror starts here. Oh, arrows into the smoke screen. Yo! How could this be? Are they out of their minds? They'll end up hitting their own soldiers. All those waste soldiers from before. have disappeared. Yo, yo, that strategy, man. A combination of soldiers and a smokescreen. Is the Wei army intending on fighting inside the smoke? Ko, where'd you go? You okay, Bahei? Let us move from this position. The enemy has memorized our location and is firing. Blah blah blah. Memorized our location and is firing towards it. Thanks to the smoke, if we move, they should lose track of us too. All right, Hishin unit, let's get moving. We might end up running into enemies. Be on your guard. It was not only the Hishin unit, all the other troops, including the Gyoku-ho unit, were all blah. It was not only the Hishin unit. All the other troops, including the Gyoku-ho unit, were also on the move to switch positions. Double time, this way. From the Wei archer team's position, they could not actually see the Kin's figures, and it was impossible to pinpoint their location with just footsteps alone. Cease fire. However, over here, despite having zero visibility in the smoke, the Wei archers were still able to accurately pursue the Kin soldiers. What? Squad leader Kyogai. Damn it. What's going on? How is this possible? Ha, yep, they're in chaos, all right. I suppose this means I won't be needed for this engagement anymore. After all, the moment you're caught in that man's trap, you will never be able to escape. Yo, he's so creepy. Oh, man. Wei Army, Second Wave Commander, 4 Heavenly Kings of Renpa, General Genpo. Genpo-sama, we still have yet to receive any reports of anything being amiss. I know that already. Stop reporting every little thing. Not even a challenge. Enough. Send those out. Sir, so soon? Stop repeating every last thing I say. Hurry up and send them out. Good grief. No matter what state it is, they're all full of nothing but idiots. Especially these Kin soldiers. What's there to be so panicked about in such a simple ploy like this? How dull. Isn't there anyone with even half a brain on the other side? Kyokai. Oh, I see. So that's what's going on. Where are we meant to go? It will be the same no matter where we go. Kyokai. They're transmitting our position using sound. Sound? The Wei have quietly sent out small groups of soldiers with gong signals to surround us. And by keeping track of us and moving in tandem, they're able to relay our movements to the archers behind. What? Come to think of it, every now and then I catch a hint of a gong in all the ruckus. So all we need to do is kill those guys and the arrows will stop hitting us. But the enemy should have taken that into consideration too. Even if we cut down all the sound teams, so long as the enemy has other teams to replace them, we'll still be in the same situation. What's an even bigger concern at the moment is the fact that we've lost contact with the majority of our forces inside the smoke. While on the other hand, the Wei army is completely aware of the positions of both friend and foe alike. All those squads that have splintered off will just end up getting wiped out by the enemy. I would recommend pulling out of the smoke for now. And what's that sound? What's the signal for this time? No, hang on a sec. This isn't a signal. That sound. Don't tell me it's... Yes, most likely. Not good. It's Wei's war chariots. Oh, no. Anytime you see more chariots, you know stuff's about to go down. Whoa. Ah, man. Oh, you infantry over there. Get out of the way. Oh, just a slaughter, man. Man, why chariots of all things? Protect the captain. I'll be fine. More importantly, our foot soldiers. Shen, I have a plan. Huh? Oh, yeah. Kyokai has a plan. You know what's going down. Let's do it. Let's do it. Move on to enemy command squad location. Chapter 208. The battlefield provides a sort of pleasure that is difficult to find anywhere else. And for a strategist, it is the sensation of controlling tens of thousands of soldiers with only your mind to one-sidedly butcher the opposition. Just as Genpo said, his tactics were able to control the entire battlefield as easily as if he were moving pieces around a game board, efficiently striking down masses of Kin soldiers. In this chaotic scene of combat, the Wei army had actually positioned themselves in such a way that they split the field into a number of sections. While on the surface, it looked like the archers were only trying to kill Qin's soldiers, in truth, their real goal was to herd the kin closer together, thus allowing the war chariots to rampage through the paths strewn with Qin troops. Naturally, the Qin were not aware of this at all since they were enveloped in the smoke cloud. They could only weather the attacks of chariot after chariot. Though it was not visible from outside the smoke, the Qin had already sustained massive casualties, creating mountains of corpses. Whew. Yokai, what's your plan? Shindono, watch out! What? Jump! What? Boom! Shindono, we will make noise ourselves to confuse the enemy. Confuse them? That clanging sound, which we hear occasionally, is the thing that's relaying our position to the archers and chariots. So all we need to do is let off a similar sound to interfere with the communication. What's more is that if they were able to decode the rules of their signals, we might even be able to control Wei's archers and chariots. Kyokai, greatness. Kyokai, greatness. Probably my favorite character. My favorite character of Kingdom. Kyokai is awesome. All right, get the men to look for anything lying around that can make a similar sound and have them go to town on it. Yes, sir. Speaking of which, what on earth is the low ringing sound we've been hearing since the start? Is it also a signal? It's probably instructions from their command squad. Chances are it's for sending even more large-scale soldiers. Kyokai! Just now, did you say that's a signal coming from the enemy commander? Then in other words, the place that's giving off that noise is the location of the enemy's command group? Could it be he wants to hit the enemy command squad? That's impossible. We cannot pinpoint the location of that gong with all this smoke and noise around us. Kyokai, did you forget that we have those guys? The Bluestone tribe. You called, Captain? Seki, you and your tribe have spent your lives hunting in the mountains. Your hearing's got to be better than ours. Can you ask your men if there's anyone who can figure out where the gong noise is coming from? There is no need to ask, Captain. Anyone can tell you that. My name is the ear who hears even the flapping of wings. If that is a place you wish to go, then as the man with the best hearing in the tribe, I shall guide you. Good. Moten-sama, is our third wave just going to remain standing here? It's true that we can't see the situation, but there is no doubt that our men must be struggling. It's hard to say. As long as we are unable to see what's going on, we won't be able to discern where or how to send reinforcements. But that smoke is not ordinary smoke. But that smoke is no ordinary smoke screen, is it? If the Wei soldiers are able to fight inside that without suffocating, then it must have been for some special purpose. To have brought out a thing like that, the enemy commander is quite peculiar. Most likely, Grandpa isn't debating whether or not to send reinforcements right now, but whether or not to have the first and second pull out. Within each Wei unit was one of Genpo's men who were familiar with his sound signals. That's not the right rule for the signal. So the kin have started making their own signals to confuse us? Curse them. Send a signal to switch sounds to the other sound units. Yes, sir. What's that noise? What? Qin cavalry, on your guard. Everyone in the rear. We've run into Wei soldiers. Wah! Go, go, go. Break right through them. Stop them. Stop them right there. Our boy Shin. We'll take only the cavalry. Gather them up, Sosui. Sorry, Ensign, but I'm going to leave the infantry here to you. Understood. We'll be fine. Hyro and the others have already taken charge and have been building barricades from dead bodies. We will also attempt Kyokai Dono's confusion tactic if the time comes. At a moment, Shindono. What is it, Sosui? Even if we are able to successfully reach the enemy commander, our cavalry number only 150 men at the most. Not to mention we have no idea how many defenders the enemy command squad will be fielding. In the event that we are unable to break through the enemy forces to their command unit, even our cavalry will not be able to return back with all the smoke around us. And if that happens, then the Hishin unit will be completely split up and at the mercy of Wei. In this instance, we should instead send word to General Ebi and request further cavalry reinforcements. We don't have the time to do something like that. If we waste our time finding the general, then the entire Qin army could have already been wiped out by then. But So sweet. Didn't you say so before? A 1,000-man unit. A 1,000-man commander is an existence that can upset the tide of an entire battle. Now is that time. We will lead our forces to victory in this opening engagement with our own 2 hands. It seems that we cannot stop you. Yeah, even if you guys aren't coming, I'll just go by myself. You jest, Captain. We are the He-Shin unit. If it is where the captain is headed, then we will accompany you no matter what death trap it may be. Boom, boom, boom. Damn it. Do not stop. Forward. Die. This way. Onward. Ugh, the smoke's getting thicker and thicker around here. It means we are drawing close to the source of the smoke. Heh, who would have thought that this little trick of theirs would backfire on them like this? I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of face they make when they see us suddenly pop out of the smoke. The second he said that, I know they were planning for that. Like this one of the 4 heavenly kings. Like this guy's no joke, man. This guy's no joke. You know, he's not dumb. So he has to know that all right, he has to prepare for the event that they would figure that out and set another trap, right? Layers of traps. The only problem left is the number of enemy troops defending their command squad. We'll know the moment we get there. We'll know very soon. Huh? It's already right before our eyes. What? Fools. You know? It's like, come on. The second Shin said that, I was like, he got caught. They got caught. Chapter 209 is entitled Genpo Dominates. Genpo-sama, that's a signal for, I know, stop bringing up every last thing. Hole. So we have an idiot that's actually targeting an enemy command unit without even scouting out their defenses first. They probably hope to the very least use the smoke to catch us off guard. You're far too obvious. Naturally, my web of sound teams are also fully equipped with defensive measures. You young whippersnappers of kin. It's already right before our eyes. You young whippersnappers of kin. Warfare is not so simple that you can just rely on momentum alone. Incoming war arrows, watch out. Boom, 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 boom. Oof, oof. Genpo dominates. Learn this lesson well. Oof. My goodness. Our surprise attack was exposed. We should withdraw and regroup ourselves then. No, we have to keep charging forward just like this. Look, the enemy commander doesn't have a large number of soldiers with him. Understood. Then Shindono, please fold back 2 or 3 ranks. Leave the forefront to us. Don't be ridiculous. It's only because I'm at the very forefront that everyone is able to keep running forward. Onwards, He-Shin unit. Ah! Ooh, that's a really great drawing. Really great, really great. Hole. Aim for that man at the front. Yes, sir. Retsu brothers, to the 1,000-man commander. Gotcha. Don't do that. Don't die. Quit doing unnecessary stuff, you two. Ha! It seems you don't quite understand your position, eh, Captain? If we lose you here, our entire unit would be annihilated. That's right. If you understand that, then be a good lad and use this as your shield. Ha! Looks like it was worth spending all that money on this heavy armor, right, brother? Agreed. Now come and shoot as many arrows as you want, you incompetent way archers. Concentrate all that fire on the horsemen at the front. Fire! Boom, 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 boom. Shh. Keep your head down. Oh, man. Brother! Go, 1,000-man commander. Woo! I'm counting on you for the 1,000-man commander's head, Brother! Ooh. Here they come. Archers, fall back. Spearmen, forward. Infantry have appeared at the front. Who cares about them? Blow them away. Oh, they're almost here. Are we ready? Rah! Idiots to the extreme. Oh, wow. What? Whoa! Oh! I mean, we already know the greatness. We already know the greatness that is Genpo, but like to have like hidden these what are these called? Sort of like these spears like on the ground, and then they just lifted all of a sudden, and it just impaled the horses. Oh my goodness! Ah! And Shin's like, he just got flung from his horse. What just happened? What was that? They had something like that hidden under the ground. Needless to say, the reason why Genpo's command unit was few in defenders was because he had already prepared numerous defensive mechanisms beforehand. Give me 1 sec, guys. Give me a sec. Sorry, one of my cats is being ridiculous, so I had to shoot. Needless to say, the reason why Genpo's command unit was few in defenders was because he already had prepared numerous defensive mechanisms beforehand. An anti-cavalry picket trap was laid out to the front of his position. Thanks to this trap, the Hessian unit's vanguard was nearly completely destroyed, leaving only a handful of survivors. Furthermore, they were also cut off from the rest of their comrades behind them. Ultimately, it resulted in the situation of Shin and a dozen other members of the Hessian unit being trapped inside the enemy's formation of 800 Wei soldiers. Ugh. Don't waver. The enemy commander has come into sight. You just don't understand at all. It's true that hot-blooded types like you are easily able to reach the peak of your morale. But on the other hand, the moment your confidence is broken, you will fall into the absolute pit of despair and are unable to quickly rally yourself once again. This is the weakness of soldiers that rely only on momentum, ever since ancient times. I cannot stand the sight of them. Finish them. Ah! Oh, man. Oh, boy. Kill them all. How could this be? Is this place going to be our... And it was at this moment that a tiny coincidence occurred. For just the smallest of moments, the shifting winds caused the smoke to envelop the area to the rear of Shin and the others. And what was surprising was that the Gyoku Hole unit would suddenly appear from the midst of that smoke. Whoa! What happened to my boy Rinko? What? Oh, how humiliating that we would actually be one step slower than the likes of you. Ohan. Yo, what happened? Oh my goodness. All right, after this chapter, I'm gonna check out the chat, see what's going on. Gotta stay hydrated for this kingdom greatness, y'all. Oh my goodness. What happened to Rinko? Ohan. Led by the nose. Forward, Gyoku-ho. Pay no heed to the other unnecessary enemies. Our target, the enemy commander, is already right before us. Wait! Impossible. We didn't receive any signal announcing their arrival. So they decided to thoroughly exterminate their sound teams before heading over here, and to have done it in such a short time frame. Impressive. A slightly promising one has shown up this time. Man, Captain! You guys, you were actually okay? The same to you, Captain. We imitated the Gyoku Ho and came here by stepping on the top of the corpses. Here. All right. We can still do this. We're chasing after the Gyoku Ho. We will be the ones to take the enemy commander's head. Man, those guys are just doing as they like. Is the sound trick working? They switched to a new sound and rules so easily. Now we're... Arrows are coming again. Lieutenant N, the third unit has been wiped out, and there's still other squads that we lost contact with. Hear me, Haitian unit. Maintain your morale. We must endure this for just a while longer. So long as we manage to keep holding out here, our captain will definitely return with the enemy commander's head in tow. Shin don't know. We've caught up with the Gyoku Ho unit. They're missing their usual momentum. Perhaps it's due to the wound suffered by their captain, Ohan. What's that? The guy's actually injured right now? What are you getting all slow over a tiny scratch for, you coddled young master? You may as well fall back and assist us from behind then. That brat. He doesn't even know how deep Ohan's injury is. Was he trying to rouse us? How far does he want to humiliate me? Hon-sama has taken to the front. Follow him. Didn't I already tell you? If you think that battles can be won just by relying on momentum alone, you would be making a huge mistake. 5th and 6th squads, advance. 7th and 8th squads, fan out. Enemy reinforcements have arrived. Doesn't matter. The enemy commander is right within my sight. Enemy reinforcements, ignore them. They're not that many. Keep pushing through like this. There's a dust cloud rising up from the command squad. Are they planning on switching formations? Ah, Captain, keep moving. We're almost through. Genpo-sama, we have finished preparations. Watch out, something's happening. Very good. Let us retreat. Whoa, what is going on? What? Huh? They ran away. What's going on? He's still got so many soldiers defending him. Is this some kind of trap? Ring the gong, signaling all our forces to withdraw. Yes, sir. Having received the signal, Wei's first and second waves began retreating their forces. Look, all the Wei forces are pulling back. What? We managed to drive them back. As a strategist, Genpo does not possess the same mentality as that of a warrior general. If the enemy draws near, he will retreat. That is all. Naturally, this is only after he's decided that he has sufficiently accomplished his task. Speaking honestly, I would have preferred to devastate them for another hour, but I suppose this is acceptable too, having exterminated 80% of their forces. One must not be too greedy, lest one die an early death. Genpo-sama! Whoa. Yo, Shin threw that spear. Yo, you got too cocky, old man. It missed? What? What are you doing? Kill that rat. Wait, Shindono, you must not be so reckless. Don't get in my way, so sweet. Your sword will no longer be able to reach the enemy commander at this point. More importantly, we have already done enough by forcing the Wei to retreat. It ain't enough at all. What forced them to retreat? We've been completely crushed by him. Urgh. The reality was just as Shin said. The moment the smoke clearing the battlefield cleared, the Qin army was dumbstruck at the sight of the overwhelming number of casualties they had taken. They had suffered an enormous defeat without even being aware of it. From the very first clash, the Qin army was dealt a huge blow. Whew, oh boy. Okay, so let's check out the chat, see what's going on. All right. What's going on, everybody? Oh, man. Yo, Tom, what's good? Tom's Han, what's good? Draco Nation, what's up? What's up? Dark Side, what's good? What's good? Black Midoriyo, Geomid, what's up? What's up? Oh, man. Yeah, this Genpo, man. It's frustrating, too, because it's like, you understand that like he's earned the right to be that cocky. But it's still annoying. You know? Still annoying. Oh man. All right. Genpo's tactics were impressive these past couple chapters. Yeah, they were really good. I really like the tactics. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, right? It's like to set up the battlefield in a sense. That way, it's just smart. It's so smart. And Shin is just so like, he's so mad. I'd be mad too. I was going that hard, and then all of a sudden, you just realize how much how big of a loss you just took. The Mogul army, which had suffered a devastating loss in the opening battle, set up Shin and Ohan as the heroes of the battle in an effort to preserve morale. Word was endlessly repeated that the two of them had managed to drive off the enemy commander. Though the troops themselves were aware that they had been defeated, they still cheered in an attempt to rouse themselves. Isn't this more like a walk of shame? Those two idiots let the enemy commander escape. That said, you even ended up getting injured. So it's like double the embarrassment for you. What's embarrassing is your appearance. You reek so much of poverty that it's lowering the troops' morale. Yo, these two are terrible. What'd you say? Don't get close to me. I won't be able to go easy on you at the moment. Will you two give it a break already? Moten-sama. It's fine, isn't it? Even if it's kind of forcing it, it seems like it did manage to have an effect. Besides that, those two accomplished something is the truth. If it weren't for the two of them attacking the enemy commander, we probably would have taken even more losses. Well, I guess this means that those two have managed to pull slightly ahead of me. Not like I even had the chance to make an appearance. In the place, well, hold on. And then on the second day, in the place 2 mountains over to the left of Mogo's army, the battle had also started. On the attacking side was Kyoen, one of Renpa's 4 heavenly kings. Oh, another one? They just don't let up. They just don't let up, yo. So I think we've been introduced, like, like legitimately been introduced in terms of like sort of intimidation and stuff like that to Genpo, Rinko, and Kyoen, right? In terms of the like 3 of the 4 heavenly kings. I don't know the 4th one. Like I don't remember his name because he hasn't done anything particularly interesting. So wow, Wei Right Army, General Kyoen, 40,000 troops. And what's really interesting is like the number of troops varies. So it like what I really love is like, I guess once you get to a particular point, it but besides the leader of the entire army, like the commander in chief, like it really depends on how many soldiers you need or troops to do to complete a particular task, right? So if you're like a sort of vice general or something like that, you're not like a 8,000 man commander or 1,000 man commander or a 5,000 man commander or 100 man commander or anything like that. It matters. It's like what matters is how many troops do you need? Can you get it done? And then go get it done. I really like that. It's interesting. So what happens is like you can't really gauge the level of like strength necessarily, and already you can't really do that, right? Because Shin is like his strength is like on another level. Same with like Ohan and and Kyokai. But like at the very least, you can sort of tell like how many soldiers they should be commanding, I guess, in a certain sense, in terms of like their knowledge and everything like that. So it's really interesting. All right, so chapter 211 is entitled Vice Generals Begin to Move. So we were introduced to General Kyoen. On the attacking side was Kyoen, one of Renpa's 4 heavenly kings, and the one standing against him was the deputy of the Mogo army, General Osen. Oh, and they have equal troops. Oh, this is gonna be a battle. Oh, we're gonna see some Osen hype and probably some Kyoen hype too. Both sides were an equal match for each other, resulting in a stalemate where neither side could truly obtain the upper hand. However, oh, he's an archer. Okay, all right. Oh, that's interesting. Like that arrow had like a little thing on it. It might be like a fire arrow or something, like a bomb, like a bomb's on it or something. I don't know. I'm just making a random guess. Head down the valley. We'll circle around the enemy's right wing from the right wing from the bottom. Kyoen was able to use his arrows to direct his troops. As one of the 10 bows of China, Kyoen's arrows were able to fly twice the distance of an average archer. Hence, Kyoen was able to freely control all of his various troops that were blocked off, even by mountains or hills. What? Enemy attack from the left. From the bottom too? We've been surrounded. Mogo army. Urgent report. The Osen army is being pushed back. Their front lines are collapsing due to the momentum of the enemy's attacks. What? Haku and Kisa and Renpa. Haku Kisa, the commander-in-chief at the moment, and Renpa Army HQ. Report, General Kyoen is in the midst of an offensive. The Osen army appears to be falling back. Oh, very good. No matter what general they may be, all of them will be caught off guard by the strength of Kyoen's aggression, even if I had my hands burnt numerous times in the past when going up against his army. Normally, Kyoen would just continue pushing through at this pace, with the enemy being helpless to respond and cornered like prey. But that's probably not going to be the case this time. Right, Hosen? I will have you clearly demonstrate to me that strength of yours that even Oki claimed was undoubtedly on the same level as Qin's 6 generals of the past. Woo! That hype is so real, man. I can't wait for that. I can't wait to see that. Report, there have also been moments on the left front lines. So we started moving too. They are the target, Kanki. Qin Right Army, General Kanki, 30,000 troops. Wei Left Army, General Kaishi Bo, 40,000 troops. So he's the last for the heavenly like generals or whatever, or heavenly king, four heavenly kings, or whatever. He looks kind of boring, but it's whatever. Sometimes the looks can be deceiving. Of course, we know this. General, our first squad has been wiped out, and the others have also suffered numerous losses. The right side too. Things are getting started over on the hills on the right too. The one over there is General Kanki. Suddenly, both sides have been set in motion. Yeah, looks as if we're about to get started too. Wei Center Army, General Rinko, 40,000 troops. All right, so here we have a map, and on the Wei side we have like the Wei Left Army, guided by Kaishibo. Well, on this side, right, left, like Kaishibo. The Central Army is Rinko. The Wei Right Army is led by Kyoen, and the Center Army is led by Left Army. Oh, okay, we got it. And then the back is, and Genpo's not out right now. He's just kind of chilling in the back because he has his own goals for whenever he comes out. And then on the Kin side, we have Osen fighting on the left, fighting Kyoen. The center, we have AB and Doman, and Mogo is sort of like the general person. And right in the center, we have like AB, Doman, Moten, Shin, and Ohan. And on the right, we have Kanki fighting against Kaishibo. Okay, so let's do this. Oh, slowly. No need to rush, or you might trip and injure yourself. Huh? Oh, it's General Mogo. It's Hakuro-sama. Hakuro-sama has personally come to raise our morale. Shh, be quiet. I came to pass on a single tactic to all of you here. Tactic? And that is to defend. Defend? Right now, the armies of our deputies are engaged in battle to our left and right. Given time, it's certain that both armies will be will have defeated their respective foe and commence an assault on an enemy headquarters. Hence, until that opportunity comes, we in the center need only focus on defense. So long as you are able to protect me until the end, it will be our victory. And for that purpose, I must ask you all to dedicate your entire being to fighting while preventing your units from collapsing. In addition to absolutely protecting your own lives till this battle ends. Agreed, my soldiers? My comrades? My brothers? My sons? The Mogo style of rallying was rather atypical for a great general. The speech was able to cause even the dejected infantry to tremble in heated passion. All right, people, get into your positions. Sorry, let me just put in my computer, make sure it doesn't die on me. People, get in your positions. That's General Hakuro for you. I'm burning up. Yeah. All right, we're gonna do this. You're going a bit too far ahead. The Hisshin unit's position is over there. Yo, Moten. All right, us young guys are gonna All right, our guys are gonna beat the enemy. Just like I said, our objective is defense. Remember, Rinko-sama. They seem to be in a big uproar. Yep, you can feel the heat even from there. Well, my job is still the same: to open up a hole and hunt the enemy commander, no matter what we're up against. Alrighty then. I guess we'll start the second round. All right, so again, when I get to chapter 220, I'm gonna check out the chat, see what's going on. And so I'm gonna do that. 212 is entitled Villain. Oh boy, and we got a whole just like single panel of splash panel of Kanki. Oh boy. There's the enemy. We're under attack. They're here. Get into formation. We'll fight them off. 4 days since the start of our battle. Grab all the rations. Oh, this one's full of weapons. Kill every last one of the Wei soldiers. Kaishibo, commander of Wei's left army, found himself struggling against Qin's right army and General Kanki's method of combat. Report: our resupply tea has once again been ambushed by the enemy. What? Kanki did not fight the wave from head-on, but rather scattered his forces across the various hills and mountains to conduct guerrilla warfare. Throughout the day and night, they would launch surprise attacks and at any openings they found, and then immediately retreat. And whether the occasional pursuing Wei unit chased them far out, they would be completely annihilated by other squads lying in wait. But that was not the only thing Wei Commander Kaishibo had to worry about. Whoa! Oh, oh my goodness. Whoa. Are you kidding me with that? Oh my goodness. I can't even look at that panel, man. They sent another one? Who is that man? He's a 1,000-man commander belonging to the 8th who went missing 2 days ago. What's inside the bags? Sir, that's I'm pretty sure what's inside the bags are like organs and like body parts and just like rotting flesh and stuff. Look at this guy's body. Oh, goodness. Open it up and let's have a look. Yes, sir. No. You don't want to do it here. Yo, are those... Yo. Even when you prepare yourself for it? Oh my goodness, just eyeballs, you. Eyeballs? So all of these are, they're all eyeball. Oh my goodness. That psychopath, he won't die cleanly for this. And the soldiers who did this aren't right in the head either. They're a pack of lunatics. Get rid of those right away. Normally, defiling corpses causes the enemy's morale to rise in anger, but this is completely crossing the line. Sir, another shipment of cargo has arrived. This one's full of ears. Speaking honestly, by going this far, the fear of Conky is about to take root within our soldiers. Oh my, this is a troublesome opponent. Yo, that's the least of your problems. The fact that he's troublesome. Bruh. Oh my goodness. I mean, when you see One Piece and you see that like Law has like shipped, all of these hearts and they're just in bags, but it's like whatever because like it's One Piece, so you're just kind of like, meh. And you already know that like, if at any point Law could just insert those hearts back into the people that he's taking them from and they'd be fine, right? You know what I mean? But like, unless he just, actually killed all the pirates. But I sincerely doubt that. It's just like, But like, this is like, man. He just has like a group of people in his 30,000 troops that just are like, just defiling bodies and just sending like, oh my goodness. And the most interesting part about it is how organized it is. You know what I mean? It's like organized, like, psychopathy, it's just like, man, he just said, I'm gonna take all the ears and put them in these bags. I'm gonna take all the eyes and put them in these bags. I'm gonna take all the toes and put them in these bags. Like, bruh. Just what has rendered the man known as Renpa's right arm to be this helpless? You're bringing shame to the name of the leader of the 4 heavenly kings. Genpo-sama? General Genpo? It's General Genpo. That said, someone who is specialized in head-on collisions like you is probably a bad match for peculiar commanders like this Kanki fellow. Genpo-sama, why have you come here? The commander of the Wei left army shall be temporarily handed over to me. Switching commanders? Was this our Lord's order? Aye. Well, there's no need to feel down. It's not as if we are questioning your abilities. It's just that the lack of progress on the left front here affects the entire battlefield as a whole. Hence, we must swiftly solve the issue here so that we may move on to the next step of the plan. And as I said just then, Kanki is a bad matchup for you at any rate. A tactician for a tactician, sir? Don't put me together with him. Mental attacks like these are far too shallow a scheme. I shall teach him how heavy the weight of true tactics is. That's about done, I suppose. Let's go. Ooh. Time to inform the Wei about the locations of this human forest. Yes, sir. Boss, the enemy's main army has set out. From the way they're moving, it looks like they're heading right for our army's headquarters. Strange. Our headquarters should be hidden in a place like that men like him would never discover. About that, Our spy also made another report. The enemy's left army has switched commanders to Genpo, that guy who did in our center army on the first day, isn't it? Genpo is the leading strategist under Renpa's command. Boss. Huh. There is a fatal flaw in Kanki's strategy. His plan is to splinter his forces into tiny pieces and then buzz around the Wei's army like flies, all for the purpose of targeting your men's morale. The same as how he's been humiliating all those corpses. Once your morale has dropped to a sufficient low point, the flies will once again combine into a huge army and land the final blow. But he has dragged this on for far too long. The idiot. Since our enemy has scattered his forces so loosely across the area, we should simply launch a sudden surprise attack to take his headquarters. With just that one move, we will bring the battle on the left field to a close. So we are using his tricks against him. But sir, Kanki has remained hidden from the moment this battle began. We do not know the location of his headquarters. Of course, we've been searching for it. But of course, after all, the only reason Kanki is utilizing this strategy is because he believes his headquarters will not be discovered. Even if you search, you will not find it. But if we take into account terrain, the positioning of our forces, and the area which they've been attacking, then we can conclude that it's right here. The Kanki's army headquarters is located right here. Kashibo, take command of the main army and bring me his head. Yes, sir. As expected of Genpo-sama. I found you now, Kanki. Whew. Looking at the formation, they're planning to resist us. At the very least, I will acknowledge your bravery to not run away despite knowing we were coming. Let us fight to our heart's content. Wei's left army, HQ. Reporting for Genpo-sama. We have received word from our flag signals that the Kaishibo main army appears to have begun their attack on the enemy headquarters. Oh, so fast. That's Genpo-sama reading for you. In that case, that's the end for them. Once they've crossed blades, no matter what petty tricks Kanki tries to pull, all of it will be useless. See, here's the thing, right? Like, the worst thing that you can do is assume that when somebody goes all in doing a particular thing, that they don't have the ability to do another thing. You know what I mean? It's like, just because Kanki is doing all of these like horrible things doesn't mean he can't fight, or that he doesn't, or he's not aggressive in battle or anything like that. It just means that he understands that for a particular situation, this is the way that he should battle. And then once that thing shifts, he's gonna go and do something else. In that case, that's the end for them. Once they've crossed blades, no matter what petty tricks Kanki tries to pull, all of it will be useless. Even on the off chance that Kanki happens to possess some measure of martial skill, likewise, it will be useless against Kashibo. After all, in just destructive power alone, he could be considered on par with even Renpa. What's this? Why would messenger corpse like you have bloodstains on your armor? You got some pretty good eyes for such an old fart. Huh? So you would be Kanki? That's right. You got any last word, Gramps? Oh, woo! And like when they were heading toward them, I thought that I thought that Kanki wasn't there. I figured that would be another trick that he would pull, that he actually wouldn't be at the place where the Genpo thought he would be. But I didn't think that he'd be right by Genpo. Like, I could have never predicted that. Yo, these people are ridiculous. So many characters that are so hyped. It's like, sneaking into an enemy camp disguised as their own cannot be considered strategy, you fool. Even more so when the commander personally does it. Who? Strategy? What's that? I'm simply doing things that people dislike. Besides, ever since the past, sneaking and breaking into places has always been my forte. Exceedingly arrogant, but it's true your talent isn't half bad. I am willing to take you as a student, Kanki. No thanks. Woo! Ooh! Ooh! Trash! Ooh! Yo. I can't, man. Ooh. And the writing of that was so great. The writing of the end of that chapter was so great. Just the arrogance of Genpo to be like, well, I'll take you on as one of my students. Like, man, get out of here, old man. Woo! Slice. Oh, man. And just like that, right? Like, oh, man. Genpo done. You're done. 3 left. Oh my goodness. Moten's proposal. All right. So I'm gonna check out the chat to see what everybody's saying about the Kanki greatness because oh my goodness. Woo. Oh goodness, what's good first last? What's good? What's good? Oh man. Oh my goodness. Okay, all right. Let's get to chapter 213, y'all. Okay, all right. That was great, man. Oh my goodness. All right, chapter 213 is entitled Moten's Proposal. Due to the battlefield being spread over an extremely wide area, the Wei had set up gongs at I can't stop smiling because like yo he just destroyed that old man. And you knew he was dead. The second the old man got Genpo got way too cocky. It's okay to be cocky when you're dealing with certain people. But once you're dealing with people that clearly are going to be established in the story for quite some time, it's like, sorry, man. Are you one of the 3 heavenly great kings? Great heavenly kings? No. Are you one of the 6 great generals? No. Like, you are someone that is being led by one of the 3 great generals. You're still a scrub. You're a scrub, man. Like Rinko, he gonna die too. Rinko gonna die too. He gonna get it at some point. It may not be on this battlefield, but it might. But soon enough, he gonna die. Right? Like this is like they're strong enough to be like they're like super fodder. You know what I mean? It's like I don't know. What's a good comparison for like an animal that's like really, really intense, but like is basically super fodder. Like I don't know. Like a single piranha or barracuda or something. That's just it. It's like they super fodder. Yeah, sure. They have some great abilities, but when they come against the shark, they done. Right? If it's just one barracuda or one piranha, they done. They ain't doing nothing. So I mean, I'm sorry, Genpo. You had to go. You came up against Kanki, who is clearly a shark. Like Genpo's like one of those like fish that can like camouflage themselves or something, like, you know what I mean? Like it's like they got a great ability, but once you know what it is, that's it. Due to the battlefield being spread over an extremely wide area, the Wei had set up gongs that set distances apart so that they could transmit information instantaneously. These gongs would each be rung in relay. Thanks to this, the other generals who were each fighting in different locations learned of the news at around the same time. That one of the 4 heavenly kings, Genpo, had been slain. Genpo-sama has been slain? Shouldn't Genpo-sama have been at the HQ? What is the meaning of this? That's impossible. Renpa and Haku Kisai army. Kanki, who slew Genpo-sama, appears to have immediately disappeared again. What? It's possible he may be targeting even these headquarters right here. Now you've done it, Kanki. You kin dogs. Oh man, look at this panel. Yo, Renpa's like, he's so mad, clearly. You're the one that sent Renpa out there. No, not Renpa. Like, Renpa, you're the one who sent Genpo out there. That's on you. Like, you mad, but battlefield, yo. Battlefield. Battlefield. You got to know this. This is war, bruh. This is war. Sorry. Should we recall the commanders and redo our deployments? And you know Kanki did something again post body. You know what I mean? Like, you know, at some point you're gonna see it again. Like it's gonna be some ridiculous stuff. Oh man. I can't, man. Should we recall the commanders and redeploy and redo our deployments? No need. The sun's almost about to set. Have the armies make camp where they are. General, with the loss of Genpo, I will have to make some slight adjustments to our battle plan. If anything comes up, send word to me. Forgive me, Genpo, for letting you die in such a worthless way. Though the battlefield does not allow such complacency, I would still never have expected to lose you after escaping the jaws of death together so many times. But there's no need to feel lonely, Genpo. Soon, I shall send you a mountain of kin corpses to keep you company. Kin Center in the Army, night camp. Ooh, they did it. That geezer's history. Are you sure, Moten? Yep. General Kanki's amazing. He avenged all of our men in the Center Army. Yeah, that's what you get. Oh man, I was so scared thinking we get caught in weird traps by him again. Yeah, that old fart is dead. That old fart is dead? Unbelievable. Moten, give me the details. Whoa, hang on a sec. First, there's a place we need to go. You're coming too. A place? General Rinko, I understand your feelings, but please consider calling for a meeting. All the officers in our Center Army are in an uproar concerning the direction of our battle plan now that the left army has committed such a grave blunder. Please, sir. You really blabber on a lot, don't you? What? Did you know that I'm a war orphan? Right as I was on the verge of starving to death in the dying embers of what used to be my village, Lord Renpa saved me. And since then, I have offered my entire being to fulfilling my purpose as my Lord's sword. But the actual man who taught me all I know of tactics and strategy was Genpo-sama. If my Lord could be considered my father, then he would be my grandfather. He's a second person whose debt I will never be able to repay. It's true that it was Genpo-sama's own mistake that led him to his death, but just hearing people casually spout tripe like, I understand your feelings from the side, honestly pisses me off quite a lot. Sir, no, there is no need for concern. My lord will have finished adjusting the battle plan by tonight's end. The only thing we need to do is simply follow it. Yes, sir. We've come to visit you, Ohan. We're coming in. Oh, you look well. See, told ya. Why do I have to come along anyway? Get out. Ha ha ha, come on, don't be like that. The Gyoku Hole seemed to be in pretty bad shape, so we came thinking you might have taken quite a beating. I'm leaving. Now, Shin, you calm down too. Take a seat. Did you hear about Genpo? Yeah. Huh, bet you were shocked. Not really. Liar. Nah, the same Genpo who neither of you could even scratch was killed in just an instant. My spear almost had him right there. I might have already known one of General Kanki's abilities, but honestly, I'm surprised that he would score such a big hit so early on. That means there will be a gigantic wall right above the three of us who are aiming for the top. He's just an ex-bandit. Stop that prejudice, man. Don't do it. At this point, that doesn't mean anything anymore. What's important is how good he is at fighting. Lowlifes covering for other lowlifes, huh? Huh? Now. After defeating Genpo, Kanki has also disappeared from the field. But the truth is he actually had to withdraw to the rear so that he could reform and replenish his forces. Replenish? Yeah. Though Genpo might have underestimated Kanki, Kanki in turn also underestimated Kaishibo. Seems the Kaishibo army was able to decimate Kanki's headquarters in just a small window of the time he was given. Kaishibo is the commander of Wei's left army, by the way. But even so, having lost sight of Kanki, the Wei army won't be able to carelessly move from their location. The right battleground will probably remain a stalemate for some time. Yeah. Sounds about right. Who cares about the right battleground? We should be worrying about the guy in front of us, Rinko. You're an idiot. What? Shin, your words just now are half right, but also half wrong. The truth is, the left and right battlegrounds are both extremely important. The reason being, for the last 3 days, the Rinko army has been holding back its strength, waiting for either the left or right army to start pushing forward. From the second day onward, we've yet to have taken any major losses, in part due to our focus on defense. But it's more logical to assume it's mainly because Rinko of the Four Heavenly Kings has yet to use his full strength. Have you perhaps been investigating Rinko, Ohan? Somewhat. I've had my men squeeze the enemy prisoners for information. Ah, I see. Hold on a sec. That's not fair. Share some info with me too. On the General Renpa, there exist 4 generals known as the Four Heavenly Kings. Every one of them has survived countless war zones together with Renpa. They are elites within elites. And in this battle, those same 4 vassals have been given the command of Wei's soldiers. Vassals? Kind of like the army commanders under General Oki? Going by their position, you could say they are alike, yes. But when it comes to their skills as generals, the 4 Heavenly Kings' strength is miles ahead. Kaishibo, the leader of the 4 Heavenly Kings, is considered a ferocious warrior who has earned over 100 victories even when operating by himself. Yoan is considered to be one of the top 10 archers in China, a warrior who was evenly matched with Renpa back when he belonged to some small state. On the eve of the fall of his state, he pledged fealty to Renpa. While Genpo, who spent long years acting as Renpa's advisor, was said to be a strategist a level capable of serving as the head of military affairs for Zhao's entire military. Speaking of which, Genpo was also Renpa's teacher during his youth. And now that Genpo has fallen by Qin's hands, Renpa could possibly begin moving tomorrow owing to his rage. And finally, we have Rinko, the same general that we've been up against. If you read up on Renpa's service record, then you'll realize that out of the 4 Heavenly Kings, Rinko is the most dangerous one. In all of Renpa's grand battles, he has always handed to Rinko the most important or decisive tasks. In essence, countless headquarters have fallen to Rinko's terrifying power to break through enemy lines. It seems that, after all, once he even broke through even General Oki's defensive formations and into his headquarters, managing to land a cut on Oki himself. What? He even managed to land a blow on that General Oki? In last year's Qin-Zhao War, the strategist General Fuki was like a plaything in General Oki's hands. And there was even some warrior general called Shomo or something, who was cloven in half in an instant. Now that I think about it, it's true that back then, I felt he wasn't just some average schmuck, so he really was a genuine monster. I see. So Rinko still hasn't hit us with his full strength. Not at all. The moment either the Wei army circles around the block to Mogo's army, the Mogo army's escape, Rinko should come charging at us at full strength. Do you think our center army will be able to stop Rinko when he starts being serious? Honestly speaking, we don't have a chance. Yep, that's what I thought too. Wait a sec. What do you mean that's what you thought? Are you guys ridiculous? Don't just wet yourselves before the battle even starts. If Kanki managed to defeat Genpo, and we're aiming to go even higher than him, what are we gonna do when we can't even beat Rinko? The same Rinko who managed to cut even General Oki's. That's good. That's really good. He's a worthy opponent. Huh. This is perfect for me too. Not only was I the first one out of us to run into him, but also one of my objectives is the head of a general. Rinko, one of the Heavenly King's head, will be taken by me. Just watch. In this battle, I'm going to shoot right past the both of you. If it's just bold claims and anyone can make them, know your place. Huh? Once again, Shin, you're half right, half wrong, half right. It's true that we absolutely must defeat Rinko, who is aiming for my grandfather's headquarters. However, we won't be waiting for him to come first before killing him. Moten, tomorrow, the 3 units of Haishin, Gyokuho, and Gakuka will set out and strike down Rinko together. Huh. If it's us 3, we should be able to achieve something. If we are to stop Rinko, then we have no choice but to strike first and kill him there. Oh boy. Whew. Chapter 214 is entitled Cooperative Battle. Form up, hurry up, group up closer, don't leave any gaps, move it. We're gonna kill Rinko with just our 3 units? Wait, don't just include the Gyoku Ho as you please. Unless it's for an exceptionally good reason, the Gyoku Ho has no intention of cooperating with anyone. Moten. Gakuha unit. Our unit's strong, I suppose. Oh no, our unit's strong point is our ability to do battle in an elegant and calm manner. Moten-sama giving a speech? That's rare. Yet we are also capable of thrusting ourselves into the midst of savage, blood-drenched combat. And today, it will be the latter. I'm sure you all know that this isn't exactly my cup of tea. But right now, there's a task before us that only we can accomplish. Today will become a brutal death match. I see, it's been a while. So that's how it is. Apologies, but I will be counting on you, everyone. Even without saying much, Moten was able to fan his men's morale, because his soldiers knew that when Moten, who normally never asked for anything, made a request, it must be for an extremely crucial cause. Gather up all the officers from 100 men commander and above. I'll explain the plan. Yes, sir. The Gakuka unit seems to be so sweet. There's something I need to tell you. Rinko Army. Yep, orders from HQ. Yep. So the battle to avenge Genpo-sama will be the day after tomorrow. Send word to all officers taking it easy today. All right, let's get things started then. The 5th day, combat begins. Do not falter. All we need to do is hold the line and there won't be a problem. Maintain discipline. Hooah! Kin Center Army, General Domon. General, over there. There's a group of soldiers charging to the front. What? The Gakuka unit? General, a message from Moten of the Gakuka unit. The Gakuka unit is hereby switching back to an independent entity and heading out. We have left 200 soldiers to cover our spot, I believe it was. What did you say? Gakuka unit, Hishin unit, Domon Command Squad, and Yoku Ho unit. Moten. Gakuka is heading out to the front. Just who are those guys? They just suddenly came out. Stop them here. Advance forward to the left. So that's Rinko's army's command squad. Rinko command squad. General, the enemy unit has pulled out in front of their army. They're heading right towards us. It's just a single unit with less than 1,000 men. Defense units, catch them. Moten-sama, the enemy is beginning to encircle us. Just ignore them. The enemy is still charging forward. Is still charging for us without regard. Are they aiming for me, perhaps? Doesn't look like it's the Kin Army's plan. If it's really only a single unit, then they're just rushing to their deaths. Yo, Moten's so chill. I know that already, Ohan. Considering how many times Gakuka and Gyoku Ho have been competing with each other up till now, it would be difficult to make them cooperate. But at this rate, sooner or later, we'll just be defeated. I'm sure you understand yourself that the Gyoku Ho unit, as it is now, is no match for Rinko. That goes for the Gakuka and Hishin units as well. Don't just go deciding that. With the appearance of Renpa, this final battle of the Wei invasion campaign has taken on a completely different meaning. In the 3 siege battles that we've taken part in up until now, our 3 units have each accomplished different measures of merits and whatnot. Speaking bluntly, that sort of merit isn't even enough to spread our names throughout Kin, much less to the other states. But right now, we are going up against the famous Renpa. Now that Renpa has taken to the field, this battle will have attracted the eager attention of the entirety of China. The intention of the entirety of China? Even if they're both generals, the weight of a wall commander's head cannot even compare to that of Rinko, one of the 4 heavenly kings. But if we stick to what we've seen, what we've been doing so far, we will never defeat Rinko. And if we cannot slay Rinko, Kin's commander-in-chief, General Mogo, will be at risk. In the event that we actually do not lose General Mogo, then we will have been completely defeated by a Wei army led by Renpa, not Zhao. Do you really think that you can keep going on about becoming a great general of the heavens if that happens? I would never have thought that I'd hear the words great general of the heavens come from your mouth, Moten. That's true, I guess. As far as the topic's concerned, I'm not quite heated up about it as you two. But just this once, I'm different from the usual me, Ohan. Just like I said earlier, I cannot allow my grandfather Mogo to be killed by Rinko. He's my precious grandfather, who has always been watching out for this unruly grandson of his. Moten. What meaningless dribble. It ain't meaningless at all. It's not like I have a grandfather or parents or anything. But I can understand that pain. The one guy who I could consider my family was killed. Fine, Moten. The Hisham unit will throw their lot in with you. After all, it's about time we taught the world that the age of old farts ain't gonna last forever. Well, what about you, Oham? Depends on the plan. Wedge formation. If they wish to target my head with those numbers, they'll have to break in through a single point. But they won't be able to bypass my troops that easily. Then here's the plan. First, my Gakuka unit will set off by ourselves and push towards Rinko's command squad in one charge. Wait a second. What's that about by yourself? Doesn't that mean that at the end of the day, you'll be the only one to kill Rinko? Huh? If I could do that, then we wouldn't need this to begin with. Moten. Firstly, the Gakuka unit won't be aiming for Rinko. Our target is. Now scatter. What? All right, chapter 215, y'all. Chapter 215 is entitled Rinko's Soldiers. Here they come. All troops, brace yourselves. Let's do this, everyone. Why don't you show me the strength of the Kin army? Moten? Incoming. Kill them. Now scatter. What? Oh, that's really interesting. They've actually split their already tiny strike force of 800 into 5 even smaller groups? What are they hoping to accomplish against 5,000 troops here? Though it would have been a slim chance focusing their forces to break through at one point. Focusing their forces to break through at one point would have been their best bet. All right, move in. And now he's really trying to break in normally anyway? This can't even be considered a surprise tactic. It's just a surprise. You're achieving nothing and walking to your deaths. Mogo-sama, the young master, the Gakuka unit has just broken into the enemy formation by themselves. What? The Gakuka unit? Just what is he? Call him back immediately. Yes, sir. No, wait. Mogo-sama? Are you still holding 10 back as a 300-man commander? Being overproductive will just impede his growth. It's because you don't keep an eye on him to begin with. You should put a little more trust in 10. Though he's a girlish brat, his perceptiveness is already far beyond that of an average 1,000-man commander. That's something which you should know best, father. Believe in 10. If he dies, then that just means that's all he was capable of. Look, Grandpa, a crab. 10. Mogo-sama, send word to General Domon. Tell him that the Gakuka unit's right to operate independently remains in effect. They are allowed to move freely. Sir, but go. Yes, sir. I've always known, 10, that you were the most talented man to be born into the Mole family in the last 3 generations. However, you absolutely must not die in vain. The enemy is breaking in from an unexpected area. What's going on? It's because they're aiming for the gaps between our troops. If that's what their plan was, then it's far too weak. Since right in those positions, I've placed my own personal soldiers, veterans of over 100 battles. Rinko's soldiers have finally appeared. It shouldn't be a problem leaving our infantry to handle the enemy here. Our cavalry is ready to move out at any time, Shindono. Shindono? What? You're not aiming for Rinko? What's that supposed to mean, Moten? The Gakuka's unit's targets tomorrow will be Rinko's soldiers. What? Rinko's soldiers? Huh? So you're saying you're aiming for his troops? That's right. What do you mean that's right? It's true that Rinko is a monster. But even so, that doesn't mean he's capable of breaking through defensive formations of hundreds and thousands of soldiers just by himself. Rinko will always, without fail, be accompanied by his own personal soldiers, all of whom have survived numerous war zones together with him. It is only because he leads those troops that Rinko possesses such terrifying breakthrough ability. Going by the information we obtained from the captives, Rinko brought 700 of his elite soldiers with him when he was exiled to Wei. And these 700 men have been lying in wait for this entire battle, waiting for the moment to strike. The Gakuka's unit's objective tomorrow is specifically to target and slay these 700 men. By accomplishing this, Rinko will be rendered incapable of destroying Mogo's headquarters. Well, you could say that there lies a bigger meaning on this on the prep work side for this. It won't be that easy. On the first day, my Gyoko Ho fought with them. Whether it be individual prowess or teamwork, they were superior in both facets. You're probably aiming to get a jump on them, knowing that they'll be unstoppable once they've started moving. But even so, the ones who will suffer the greater losses from your exchange will probably be the Gakuka unit. Moten. How's the situation, Gramps? Sir? Not only are Rinko's soldiers positioned just as Moten Sama predicted, but due to their white coloring, the other squads have managed to easily locate and engage them too. Ah, the struggling against them part um, seems to be the struggling against them partly seems to be just as you predicted. Huh, dear me. Why are we not heading out, Shindono? Why are we not were we not meant to be assisting the Gakukai unit? At this rate, they're going to. We don't move until we're given a signal. This is also part of Moten's plan. Honsama, as we thought, the Gakukai unit is struggling. Perhaps it was a mistake with this plan after all? No, I don't think that's the case. A form of framework is necessary in advance if you wish to take down a large figure such as Rinko. If we were to strike at Rinko, these formidable Rinko soldiers will doubtlessly end up posing a significant obstacle in our path, which is why Moten is now attempting to eliminate them first. Of course, this is no simple task, but he actually offered to take this most costly role himself. Looks like you truly made up your mind this time around, Moten. The Gakukai unit is easily affected by emotions. So long as you stand at the forefront of showing off your resolve, then the Gakukai unit's morale will rise and they will display an even greater strength than normal strength. Greater than normal strength. What's the matter, everyone? Are you all out of breath already? Not yet. Hole. My troops are actually getting killed? Wait a sec. Why are you doing this, Moten? Why are you putting yourself out there like some sort of sacrificial pawn? I'm not planning on becoming some sort of martyr. It's simply because at the moment, neither the Hishin unit or the Gyoku Ho unit are capable of this task. I chose to do it because only I can do it. That's all there is to it. Everything is for the sake of bringing down Rinko. With us three combined, it's time. That's come. It's a signal, Shindono. So Ohan, Shin, I leave the rest to you two. Move out, Hishin unit. Hurrah! Okay. Um, Closing in. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm gonna be right back. I just gotta grab just like a quick little snack to eat while I stream. So I'll be right back. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. Sorry about that. I just had to get a little quick something to eat. You know what I mean? Like, cause I was kind of starving. Just got a little snack. Nothing crazy. You know what I mean? Just like a little like graham cracker bar or something like that. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy. But we're back. I'm gonna try to read. What chapter do I need to read up to like get to like to sort of like where should I stop? Like that's my question to all y'all. Like where should I stop? Just want to know. You know? Yeah. The dynamics are really, really cool. All right, thanks. I'm just gonna keep reading until yo, off screen auto, what's good? All right. All right, so let me go to chapter 200 and what am I on? Chapter 216. All right. That's entitled Closing In. Move out Haitian unit. You go, Yokoho unit. Ah, oh boy. Will the infantry we left behind be all right? We've passed on the information point to the squad leaders. Go, Shin. We're leaving the commander to you. More importantly, the question is whether or not the Gakuka unit will be able to hold out before we manage to reach Rinko. Oh boy. Moten-sama, we've taken significant losses. If we lose any more soldiers, we'll be at risk of immediately buckling. Yeah, I know. But in exchange, we've taken out a fair number of Rinko's men too. Send orders to have my personal troops pull back and regroup. Your troops, General? That's right. Now, hurry. Yes, sir. Dear me. So the target from the very beginning was my personal troops. Those men are a limited resource, as precious as my own limbs. Send in Wei soldiers to plug in the vacant holes. Strengthen the encirclement too. Don't let a single man escape. Yes, sir. Don't waste your time on the small fries. Just sweep them away and charge right through. Ah, this is. You can see that the enemy is reacting far too slowly to our advance. There's an opening. We'll break through them using that. This might just might work, Shindono. With this, we'll be able to make up for the time lost in delaying our attack. I told you, didn't I? Everything's going just as planned. You'll make it in time precisely because you set out late, was it? That's right. The moment the Gakuka unit first engaged the enemy, all the Wei soldiers were probably on guard thinking this was some sort of concerted attack with other units. But the only one to move was the Gakuka, who simply charged towards the enemy command unit all by themselves, thereby grabbing all the enemy's attention. The longer we delay our attack, the more attention the enemy focuses on Moten and his men. And if there are no obstructions, then it only takes a moment for our cavalry to reach Rinko's command unit. It's Rinko's command unit. Let's go. Shindono, it's enemy command unit. All right, from here we're going to break through with brute force. Moten-sama, the other two are closing in. Yep. Well then, I guess it's time for our final parting gift. Hold back our left and right flank squads immediately. We're slowly retreating too. They're running away? After them. Don't let them escape. Chase them. Huh? A path has opened up in front of us. Moten-sama, an opening to the front. Impossible. Was this Moten's handiwork too? Unbelievable. He actually struck such a devastating blow to even one of Renpa's vassals? Furthermore, he even managed to direct the three units who have always been at odds with each other to move as a single coalition. It seems him being promoted to the 1,000-man commander so fast wasn't just for show. No, Moten's abilities might have already surpassed the level of a 1,000-man commander. Another group is closing in from the left, around 3,000 men strong. Right, from the right flank as well as 200 as well, around 200 riders. Possible. Since when? They've already managed to break in, General. Go, push them through. We've already come this far. The momentum should do the rest. Look, those flags. Rinko's just ahead of us. Rinko. Revenge for Kakubi-sama. Kyokai doing a thing. Incoming from the front. What? They caught us. Out of the way. What? These guys are strong. Soldiers in white. Could it be these men are Rinko's soldiers? Hurry up and finish them off. For Rinko's soldiers to appear here, wasn't Moten supposed to have driven them off? These are probably the last remaining squads responsible for defending Rinko. He actually sent them out against without a thought for his own safety? How bold. It seems they really are offense-oriented through and through. However, as long as we overcome this, there will no longer be any other strong warriors protecting Rinko. Ah, you really are a pain in my butt. All right, just a bit more. Captain, behind us. The others can't follow us at all. Oh boy. What are you doing, Shindono? You must keep pushing forward. This is Rinko's final line of defense. If it's Shindono, then I'm sure you can break through. So sweet. Go, Shindono. Do not mind us. Go and take Rinko's head. So sweet. Kill them. Hurry up and go. Oh, man. So sweet. I'll go back. Kyokai. The Hishin unit has need of that man in the future. All right, I'll leave it to you, Kyokai. I'm gonna head right for Rinko. The greatest blow this time around is the loss of more than half of my personal troops. Seems like I'll need to think of something else for the real upcoming show. But still, that's all there is to it. Everything other than that isn't really anything to make a fuss over. Yo. Because even if the enemy manages to close in on me, they will never be able to defeat me. Don't underestimate Shin. If you ain't on that Hoken level, bye. If you ain't on that Hoken level. All right, on to chapter 217. Let me check something. Let's see. 223, 224, and 232 are good stopping points. Don't really know how much you're planning to read. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to write down the point about 229. Thank you. Thank you, Darkside. Thank you. And I'm probably going to stop at 223 just because, like, I got to stop at 223. What I may do is I'm definitely going to do another Kingdom stream tomorrow because I'll have the time. I will have the time to do one Kingdom stream tomorrow. I got to make a call, though, about something else. But I will have the time to do Kingdom stream tomorrow. And hopefully, like, depending on how my day goes tomorrow, I'll have the time for, like, a Kingdom, like 3. I'll try to do, like, 3 streams. I'll try to do a Kingdom stream. I want to get back to Oyasumi Poon Poon, definitely, because people have been asking about that. So I'm going to get back to reading that for another stream. And then I think I will do a Yona stream tomorrow as well, because I really want to get back to Yona of the Dawn, because I really love that manga. So that's what I'm going to do. All right. So I'll probably stop at 223. Shin, in one breath. Kyokai Dono, why have you returned? We'll fight them off as we slowly retreat. Shouldn't we be heading to Shin Dono? No. Leading Rinko's soldiers over to where Shin isn't exactly a good idea. We'll leave taking Rinko's head to them. Wei Army General, Rinko. Kin Army, Hishin Unit, Shin. Kin Army, Gyoku Ho Unit, Ohan. What's this? You're the one from before. I do believe you were from the Hishin Unit. The name's Shin. It looks like we meet again. I ain't letting you get away this time, Rinko. Woo-hoo-hoo. Ha! You have it the wrong way around. This time, I won't be letting you off like before. What'd you say? This goes for the spear wielder over there, too. You two, the two of you haven't judged your enemy properly. Did you really think just the two of you would be enough to handle me? Don't mess with me! These guys are. While I don't mind taking them both at the same time, let's approach this in a more efficient manner, shall we? We'll leave the easier-looking boy for later. As I thought, the one I should take care of first is this troublesome-looking spear wielder. Boom, boom, boom. Hon-sama. Out of the way. Oh, man. Just slaughter, yo. You might be full of vigor, but your technique is still a bit shaky from your injury. This guy. Oh, that was fast. Shin of the He Shin unit. If you've already come this far, then I guess there's no helping it. He's aiming for Shin. First, we'll start with you. Stop, Shin. Boom! Shin with the strike. Yo, what is going on? What is going on with my boy Shin? Bruh, did you see that strike? Rinko was like, yo. You're the one who's misjudging people's strengths, Rinko. I'm gonna teach you just who's really the strongest out there. I'm out here. Hmm. Mm-hmm. For God's sake, what's happening over at Rinko? It's no good. We can't see due to the dust from the fighting. It looks like the Gaku-Ha unit is pulling back, though. In exchange, the Hishin unit and the Gyoku-Ho unit have gone in. Is it a combination move with the Gaku-Ka? But for all three to just move of their own accord like this is, even if they're independent units, there will be large repercussions for this if they don't manage to achieve anything. That goes without saying. But I'm sure that they themselves are the ones that are most aware of that. Ohan, Shin. Right. Suited to real combat. In other words, those two are capable of bringing out more power the stronger their opponent is. Well, it's true that everyone possesses some amount of this trait, but the difference it produces in this boy is simply ridiculous. Not to mention the abnormal weight of this one blow. You quit interfering, Ohan. You're the one who's interfering. This guy is my prey. Are you kidding me? The two of them are closing in together. Rinko-sama. Woo! Did he stab? Whoa! This guy Rinko's ridiculous. Rinko-sama. Is that man human? You really are strong after all. Looks like being able to wound even General Oki wasn't just some idle rumor. I would appreciate it if you didn't joke around on that matter. Well, not like I expect you to understand just what it means to go up against General Oki. Don't sell us short. We know exactly what it means. Just saying, but that guy over there is from the same family as General Oki. The same family as Oki? Then what about you? Me? I'm the one who inherited General Oki's glaive. The man who inherited his dying will. And the man who will surpass all other generals and become the strongest general in history. Yeah. Oki's glaive and dying will? Strongest general in history is quite a big claim. That would mean you'll surpass even my Lord General Renpa. That goes without saying. After I'm done with you, Renpa's the next one on the menu. Ooh, he got sliced in the head. Oh, shit. Come on, you can't be saying stuff all willy-nilly. I would prefer it if you did not get ahead of yourself, since today will be the last day of your life after all. Very interesting. They had like a sort of page of like stats for everybody. I'm like, where Rinko at? I don't know. For whatever reason, I can't find Rinko on here. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah, wow, okay. Okay. All right, we go. Let's move on to the next chapter. That was neat. That was neat. I remember that. That was cool. Whoa, chapter 218 is entitled Hecky Unit. Is my boy Hecky gonna come through out of nowhere? No matter what happens, we must bring down Rinko here. Boom, boom. Oh boy. His wound is... Yeah, gotcha. What? Oh, you got... Oh! Captain! Is this man a monster? Captain, kill Rinko! Stay back! The one who'll bring this guy down will be me. But, Captain, the so-called generals can be split into two types. There are generals who treat even themselves as pieces on the battlefield, and those who attract the attention of friend and foe alike, able to change the battlefield, change the balance of a battlefield just by themselves. Even if those two types are both generals, there is a huge difference between them. Just like how there was a huge gap between Domon and Ebi compared to Oki and Renpa, it's obvious Rinko's strength is more on Oki's side than the other. And I'm aiming to surpass those guys and go even higher, which is why, to me, this guy is a barrier that I must overcome no matter what. Woo. Oh boy. Yeah, he got cut. His arm got cut, man. Why don't we see whether or not Renpa's flying spear will be shattered by the man who inherited Oki's glaive? Meanwhile, on the battlefield to the left of where Shin and the others in the Center Army were struggling, where the Kin General Osen was currently contesting the Wei forces led by Kyoken, first and second squads, hold down the line. Do not give them a single inch. Kin Osen Army 1,000 man commander Hecky's back. Hey. 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th head down the ridge and exterminate the enemy. Out of the Osen army, which was struggling as a whole, the Hecky unit alone stood firm and was pushing back the Wei soldiers. What of General Osen's main army? They're still in the process of retreating to the rear? What did you say? Even though we've opted to remain here and continue fighting the general, the general is still retreating. Hecky-sama, just what? This is certainly extremely odd, considering all of those cities that fell to General Osen's lightning-fast series of offensives. And yet, now he's simply retreating? He might have a plan of some sort up his sleeves, but that doesn't change the fact that all the units at the forefront are now being abandoned. As so long as new orders do not come down from HQ, we will continue to hold the ground here. Fortunately, both the muddy and craggy terrain here offers us an advantage. Just by fighting, normally, we will be able to hold up 3 times as many enemies. That's Heki-sama for you. In 1 year, he's already mastered all the fundamentals of strategy. Good for you. Good for you, Heki. Urgent report, urgent report. Big trouble. The enemy commander Kyoen's main army is currently headed for this position, and they number roughly 10,000. What? What did you say? The enemy's main army is not good. We won't be able to handle 10,000 just by ourselves. We must swiftly send for reinforcements from our allies. But where on earth are our allies? The HQ's in the middle of retreating. Heki-sama, we should also pull back. To have landed on a position with such advantageous terrain was a godsend. Being forced to abandon it seems like so much of a waste. But relying on terrain overly much is also a sign of a foolish commander, I suppose. Very well. Form up the men. We will begin withdrawing immediately. Yes, sir. There was no need to issue such a panicked retreat. Whoa. Osen. General Osen. We had heard that the HQ was in the process of pulling back. Why are you here, General? Going up against this man always feels like you're under amazing pressure. The reason for that is every single time this general looks at us, it's as if he doesn't even think of us as his own allies. It's true that our HQ is retreating. I simply took command of 2,000 men, split off, and came here. 1,000 man Commander Heki. I've come so that I could meet with you. With me? The fact that you have chosen to set up formations and repel the way soldiers at this position indicates that you are adept with tactics. Thus, I'm sure you're already aware that there lies a circular location further on ahead that can be used to ambush the way. Indeed, sir. If we're able to utilize that position correctly, we should be able to hold off even with 10,000 soldiers with just half that number. Very good. It appears it was worth coming all the way here. I will be handing over the 2,000 men I brought over to you. Counting all the other units in the nearby region, that makes a total of 5,000 soldiers. The right to lead these 5,000 men will be granted to you, Heki. From this point onwards, you are now in command of 5,000 men. I hereby task you to engage the way commander, Kyoan. To engage the way commander, Kyoan. Me? A commander of 5,000 men? Yes, sir. By your will. Is this wise? Handing over 5,000 soldiers to that man? My eyes do not deceive me. That man will be excellent in bait. Yo, these people are... I mean, it's war, man. But still, like, this, like, Kanki and, like, also, they just have the scumminess about them when they say particular things. And you're just like, I ain't about you. I ain't about that life. I ain't about that scummy life. But okay. Chapter 219 is entitled Overcome. As for Moten's Gakuka unit, who were the first to charge into Rinko's camp, they were on the verge of successfully pulling away from Rinko's forces. The rear is at its limit. Sonkan squad, switch out with them. Reduced to half their original number of 800 and bearing wounds all over their bodies. The toll taken from charging the enemy by themselves was definitely not light. How are the Hishin unit and Gyokuho units doing? We can't really tell that the way from here, but it doesn't seem like Rinko has fallen yet. They still haven't managed to kill him. Ohan, Shin. Huh. You're not getting away. I hope you guys haven't forgotten that this is meant to be a surprise attack, and that you're right in the middle of enemy territory. Dally too long and you'll lose your path of escape from being surrounded. Of course, taking Rinko's head is important, but you absolutely cannot misjudge the timing to pull out. Overcome is the title of chapter 219. Kyokai Dono, please come forward a little more. This rat. Huh. The enemy troops are heading towards Rinko's command squad. They're planning to surround them. Shin Dono, please hurry. Onwards, batter them down. Oh, man. Damn, these guys just keep coming. Are they targeting the spot because they know we're at half strength? It's buckling. Switch out the front line. That saved our butts. Don't let your guard down. Hurry and reform your squads. Shindono, we are also fighting together with you. So please, may your fortune favor you. Man, he's still going hard. My boy Shin. Oh my goodness. Captain. Onsama isn't able to enter between those two at all. As I thought, his wounds must be... We don't have much time left. Honsama, let us enter the fray too and bring down Rinko once and for all. Are you an idiot? We're the ones who've been making sure no one interferes with this duel, not you. What? Captain. Oh man, it feels like I'm about to lose consciousness here. I can't even hear what my men are saying anymore. Something about running out of time. Sorry, but give me just a little bit more time. I feel like I'm starting to get an idea of something. The reason why these guys are so strong isn't simply because of the number of battles they've been in. They must have managed to overcome it right in the heat of battle, over and over again. And right now, I think with just a bit more, I'll be able to overcome it too. Overcome my limits, that is. Woohoo! My boy Shin! Huh? This boy has begun to evolve? Yeah! My boy Shin, yeah! My block is getting blown further and further away. Rinko-sama! I know already. Ooh, look at that clash. Oh, man. I managed to just barely block it, but I've lost my horse. And even my left hand. Yo! My boy, sure. Rinko-sama! Yo, how dare you? You brat! Die! My body's. Hurry up and get on your horse. We're pulling out. Wait, just a bit more, and Rinko will. No, we no longer have time for that. Are you two idiots? You've already been completely surrounded. I hope you've made your peace, because that's all. Because all that's left for you is to get captured and executed. Retreating formation. You met in the Hishin unit. Come along too. I told you it's useless. Escaping from here is impossible. It's completely possible. Hon-sama, we have secured an escape route. That's Lieutenant Banyo, who split off from us earlier. Oh, man. Heki, confused. Chapter 220. After them. Don't let them get away. Move it. Forward. Rinko. Apologies, General. They managed to break through our encirclement. But since we sent out pursuing units, we'll definitely slay them before they manage to. Rinko-sama. Thanks. To think I would actually be wounded due to my own negligence. I let down my guard. Was it because I underestimated him too much? That's not the only reason. That Shin of the Hishin unit was just then truly powerful. I believe we should temporarily withdraw and reorganize our forces, Rinko-sama. Not only have you been wounded, our men are in chaos too. No, we don't need to go that far. That's probably the last of the enemy's surprise attacks. Now it's our turn to go on the offensive. The Kin's line formation is in shambles. We'll use this chance to focus all our attacks on one point and make them pay twofold for everything we've lost. Yes, sir. Shin of the Hishin unit. The real show starts tomorrow. Shin, left army commander of a 5,000-man army, Heki. In the words of Sun Tzu, a so-called Wei-Dai, refers to a specific type of terrain comprised of a steep entrance, mid-ground surrounded by sharp cliffs, and finally an extremely narrow exit. In other words, excellent terrain for killing the enemy. The attackers can simply unleash arrows from the high ground, and when the chance arises, rush down to sweep the enemy in one push. While those under attack cannot even escape due to the cliffs and are easily blocked in the bottleneck. Not only that, they are also easily cut from behind by the enemy, leaving them with nowhere to run. In essence, if one is able to skillfully lure their enemy into this Wei-Dai, and even defeating an army twice your size would be a simple task. We can't stay here. We need to hurry up and pull out. No good. The front's completely blocked off. We can't go forward at all. They're cutting us off from behind. The rear's no good too. What? Report. The first, second, and third have annihilated the enemy. They have annihilated the enemy. The 7th and 8th have also destroyed the enemy's vanguard at the exit. The enemy will no longer be able to escape. The same for the entrance. The Wei have lost all of their avenues of escape. The enemy cannot counterattack at all. All positions are dominating the enemy. Report for Heki-sama. Our troops on the left cliff have set off to slay the Wei soldiers before us. They are heading right towards enemy commander Kyoen's location. The other squads are starting to move too. We can do this. We can settle this in one shot, Heki-sama. Good, good. We can defeat him right there. General Kyoen of the Renpa 4 Heavenly Kings. Kyoen-sama, the enemy forces are closing in. Prepare to receive them. Yes, sir. They're coming from the left too, and the rear as well. Oh man. Go, go. Heki-sama, we've received a report from the squad fighting on the northeast hill. Now isn't the time to be worrying about battles in other places. No, but the enemy that they were engaged with up till last night had suddenly disappeared. So they decided to send out a report just in case. There's a Wei army that we've lost sight of? Could it be that that's an arrow? That's an arrow shot. Oh man. Those are Wei men. Wei soldiers have appeared on the cliffs. How could this be? Impossible. Where did they come from? They were working together with an army from somewhere else? Not good. We must immediately recall our troops back to the top of those cliffs. Terrain advantage. The advantages of this Wei Dai is going to be stolen by the enemy. This is really interesting, right? Because it's like Osen understood how well Heki had sort of learned tactics to a certain extent, right? So he knew that he would put himself in harm's way, and use Heki's like sort of like limited levels of tactics, um, to like force him like to make Heki like put himself in harm's way. Is man, that's tactics right there. Like that's tactics. Tactics is not just, oh, I'm gonna come up with these plans. Tactics is knowing the tactics of your enemy and then incorporating your own tactics to combat and then incorporating their tactics into like your own like battle plans or whatever. So Heki just, you know, it was a little too basic, Heki. It was a little too basic. It's no good. They can't make it in time. Every spot is being pushed back down on the cliff. Heki-sama, what is it this time? Enemies from behind. Please run away. What? Arrows. Protect Heki-sama. Run away. To where? So you would be the enemy commander? Yoen. My body won't move. Whoa. Crash. Oh my goodness. What? And you knew Osa was going to come through. Ooh, that's a really good panel. That's a really nice panel, y'all. You would be Kyoen. Am I correct? General Osan! Another one's going to bite the dust. Chapter 221 is entitled Underneath the Underneath. We've recaptured the cliff tops. Once again, the way die is in our... This is your loss, Kyoen. That's impossible. There's no way we would have overlooked enemy reinforcements. Kyoen-sama, just what has... Heki-sama, it's our victory. It's true that given the situation, the victory has been decided. But nonetheless, the army on the cliff tops, 5,000 or 6,000 men, just where on earth did they come from? Well, I don't know the details. It's clear that this was prepared for in advance. Could it be that from the very start, General Osen saw that I would be defeated by Kyoen? All that awaits defeated commanders is death. That is an iron law of the battlefield, Kyoen. Kyoen-sama, even if it's you alone, you must escape. However, I am a merciful man. I shall offer you one path to escape your fate, and that is to serve me from here on. Swear your loyalty to me and accept me as your master, and I shall spare not only your life, but all of your personal soldiers too. What did he say? What? Is he trying to get him to surrender? You will not be treated as a servant. I will reward all of you with land for my own territories. Kyoen, I will have you become one of my closest retainers. He's trying to scout at a time like this? Does he take us for a bunch of fools? How on earth is a general like him meant to grant land? I speak in earnest. My kingdom is in need of men skilled in warfare such as you. Kingdom? You will not be mistreated, Kyoen. But if you decline, this Wei Dai will run red with the blood of you and your men. Oh, most impressive. To be able to pierce even steel from the lands of Chu. Wow. Shall we have him drawn and quartered and fed to the crows? No. Capture him alive. Osen, there is just one thing I would like to ask you. Was the fact that our forces have been doing so well thus far entirely a performance on your part in the first place? Not one step further, Kyoen. Drop the bow. That's right. What do you mean, Kyoen-sama? There was a reason why we never discovered that army which is currently holding the cliff tops. It's because it did not arrive from somewhere else, but have been lying in wait before the battle even started. Before the battle even began, he already predicted in advance that the battle would take place here, but he shouldn't have been able to set up an army without us catching wind of it. We've also scattered our forces in response to the kin, splitting up. We've been keeping track of every movement they make. We would surely have noticed the disappearance of something as big as an army of 5,000. No, we do not keep track of everything. There is one army that we have not been able to get a good grasp on. His main army. Osin's main army is the only one that we have not been able to acquire detailed information on due to it retreating so early during the battle. It's true. We sent people to follow his army, but we never received information on their numbers. So he split his forces and sent one to lie in ambush here without us knowing? In other words, the men on the cliffs were taken from Osin's main army from the very beginning. He knew that this location was a special constricted terrain, and he predicted that the battle would take place here. The reason why he had his main army withdraw so early was to set up this ambush, and to make his withdrawal look natural, he had his forces put up a performance in the early clashes, acting as if they were struggling. What on earth? He actually set things up that far ahead? It's hard to believe. The opponent's mentality in the course of the battle, just how far ahead was he able to read with just those tiny hints? That cannot even be considered human anymore. He really is a monster. My lord, that is. Whoa! Yo! Yo, Renpa! Yo! Even Osin was like, what? Renpa! Yep, I knew it. You moved just as I expected you to, Osin. And it was at this moment that an incredible phenomena occurred. The battlefield, which was buried in an angry cacophony, suddenly went silent. All of the troops on the field, Wei and Qin alike, simply stopped and stared. And every single one of them felt an incredible heat building up within their bodies. Even the men on the opposite bank realized who was standing there. Naturally, they cannot see his face nor his banners, but the atmosphere itself clearly conveyed the man's identity. And when that man simply raised his fist into the air, it was truly as if the heavens and the earth itself were shaking. Wow, what a panel, man. What a panel. So this is Renpa. So this is a great general of the heavens. Yo! Renpa! My goodness. Yo! Renpa! That was incredible, yo. That was on some Raboku level stuff, man. All right. I can't remember. Yo, Shader Dank, what's good? I'm looking at the chat right now. Ordo, Haki Finexer General. Yo, trolling. Oski Oda trolling. Rinko got that quickness. Yo, ridiculous. Let's see. 232, 224. All right, so I'm gonna stop at 220. I'm gonna stop at 224, and then I'll try to do another stream tomorrow to end the arc, and do it, and you know, and then read some more, because I gotta eat, I gotta do some, you know, I got something to do. What is it, Captain? Chapter 222 is entitled General's Caliber. What is it? This feeling coming from the left? Moten-sama, looks like you finally started moving, my lord. Wow. General's Caliber. Though it was often said that the people of Wei tended to lack explosive power due to their serious nature, the appearance of Renpa would cause them to completely throw off their shackles. These guys are totally different from before. Kill them all. Haki-sama, the enemy's morale is just, Haki-sama, calm down, I need to calm down. It sounds like these that a commander must be collected. Huh? Send those guys to hell. Keep firing. I understand now. So long as the cliff tops remain under our control, the terrain advantage granted by the Wei will remain with the Qin army. The only area of the cliff tops we lost is a small part of there where Renpa has appeared. I see. For Renpa, who should have been at Wei's headquarters to appear here so quickly without us detecting him, can only mean one thing: that he's only leading a small-scale army. Looking at it, they only number 1,000 men at most. And taking into account the losses that have been suffered by both sides thus far, it should be 10,000 Qin versus 8,000 Wei. The appearance of Renpa might have granted a surge of morale, for the other side, but our side still holds the absolute terrain advantage of the Wei Dai. Depending on our actions from this point on, it's entirely possible to slay Renpa right here. I mean, Kyoen is escaping back to his allies. Shall we pursue him? Leave him. More importantly, our troops are in the middle are a mess. Send out the officers and have them reform the units. Send word to Commander Heki as well. So his first move is to reform all his scattered soldiers? Now then, what will be your next step, Osen? What interested Renpa was how Osen would move from this point on. The number of men on each side were nearly even, and against the Kin's terrain advantage, the Wei possessed a greater morale. There could be no better condition than this for evaluating a tactician's worth. Just how would Osen, who was considered by Oki to be on the same level as Kin's 6 generals, handle this situation? Hence, Renpa was planning on using this one battle to precisely evaluate Osen's caliber as a general. All squads have formed up. Very good. Take care of that the main core is not of our army is not damaged. Understood. Then let us begin retreating in order. However, Osen's reaction was to splendidly betray Renpa's expectations. What? Why retreat from such a good opportunity? I don't know. We're bringing up the rear. Apologies, Renpa. I have no interest in anything other than battles that I can definitely win. So that's how it is. Oh boy. The combined Renpa and Kyoen armies would immediately begin a fierce chase of the retreating Kin forces. You're not getting away. Run them down. Kill them all. Heki-sama, please come to the front. No, we cannot abandon our infantry. Our cavalry needs to assist the infantry immediately. That's not possible, sir. They've already... I do not understand. Why do you look so happy, my lord, when you've been disappointed by Osen? You say I look happy? So it would appear. Then perhaps you're right. Kyoen, which of Kin's 6 generals have you crossed swords with before? Kin 6, you say? Hakuki, Okutsu, Oki, Kyo, those 4. And which of those made your blood boil the most? For me, it would have to be Kyo. Due to the fact that both of us were heavily offense-oriented, each time we clashed, there would be tens of thousands of casualties. That's because Kyo's attacks really were something. Then, which of them did you find the hardest to deal with? As I thought, it would have to be the leader of Kin's 6 generals, Hakuki. Whoa, who is Hakuki? I don't know who Hakuki is, but it'll be interesting to see to hear about him. I knew it. It's the same for me. Hakuki was not a general who took risks. No matter how tempting the bait we laid down was, he would never take it. And the more worked up we got, the more casually and relaxed he would evade us. Troll. No matter what time, that man could always see right through you. Me getting angry and chasing him too far, only to be countered because the norm in all my battles became the norm in all my battles with Hakuki. Why did you bring up Kin's 6 generals, my lord? I'm not too sure either, but somehow, looking at Osen's leisurely retreat just now reminded me of Hakuki. Are you saying Osen is on Hakuki's level? I didn't say it was quite as much as that, but so far, their strategies certainly share quite a few similarities. That their strategies are so alike could possibly indicate that the world they see is also very much identical. It's true that his sudden appearance back then was quite a well-played scheme, but just that alone isn't. After all, Hakuki really was a genuine monster. Report! Urgent report! To the front. An enemy? There's an enemy? Please go on. Ahead, generals. Field battles, siege battles, defensive siege battles. I fought Hakuki in all kinds of ways. And just like now, there have been many times where I've pursued him into the depths. And wherever he pulled back to, there was always something waiting for me of which a sight of would cause my entire body to freeze. Such as, even in the middle of mountains like these, there would be a gigantic fortress constructed right under everyone's nose. Wow. I couldn't even finish reading that speech bubble, yo. What? Woo! Yo, Kanki, Osen, bruh. These dudes are ridiculous. Not bad at all. It's quite rare to see a general capable of incorporating fort constructions into his tactics. That by itself is enough as an indication of Osen's caliber. Was this fortress prepared by him because he predicted I would turn up? What a surprise. Who would have thought that there would still be a man like you hiding behind the shadows of Qin's 6 generals, Osen? All right, one more chapter, and then I gotta be done. Well, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Well, yeah. Maybe one more chapter. One more chapter, I think is good. Chapter 223 is entitled "Lull." A natural fort. Now that I think about it, Osen was the first one to arrive on this battlefield. But to think apart from that Wei Dai earlier, he also found other locations with terrain advantages to exploit. Naturally, we did not come here with equipment for a siege. Trying to take that fort without proper gear will come at great cost. Trying to slay Osen has now become quite a difficult feat. Osen, just what are you playing at? Kyoen, the sun's about to set. Have the men prepare to make camp. We're going to surround this fort. Yes, sir. What are those guys doing? That's the He-Shin unit. Apparently, their captain still hasn't returned. As for the Center Army's battle, under the concentrated Wei attack, the Qin defense lines collapsed into shambles, the field becoming a huge melee that was so chaotic that squads could not even return to their original positions. Even after the Wei forces retreated, there remained many Qin units that could not find their way back to friendly territory. Shin and all the others who had charged into Rinko's camp had also yet to return. Please, Kyokai Dono, you should be resting. Ah, over there. Whew. Shin Dono, Captain. Thank God you're okay. Moten-sama, General Domon and Ebi are waiting. I know. Look at his arm. Yo. Oh my goodness. Shin, you... Seems like that one went pretty deep, eh? Wait here. I'm gonna go get some medicine. All of you dirty onlookers need to get out too. Staying here will make his wound fester. Get away. Get out of here, guys. Ooh, that's some special medicine right there. Endure it. What is this stuff? It's a secret formula passed down in my village. It's made from a special blend of herbs. I've been gathering the herbs the entire march, but I've only managed to make this much. If it's something that's precious, then use it on yourself. I heard from Sosui that you push yourself pretty hard back there. I'm not as careless as you. What? What is it? Did that Rinko fellow turn out to be fairly strong? Yeah, he's not just strong though. Well, he's not a monster like Hoken, but he's different from your average general, all right? He's a man whose strength comes from overcoming his limits time and time again in countless near-death situations on the battlefield. And I think I'm also... No, well, I can't really explain it properly, but I feel like I've managed to break through a level of my own limits too. I see, so that's what happened. Even though he's so beat up, Shin's aura feels like it's grown bigger compared to before. Well, I know it sounds weird coming from the guy who got his butt kicked. But just you watch. I'll take responsibility for that screw-up that cost us so many of our men. The next time we meet, that guy's definitely going to fall by my hands. Then you should focus on sleeping and recovering. If your fever doesn't go down, you won't even be able to fight. You've already given me your secret medicine. I'll be back to normal by tomorrow. That's impossible. What's this? You're sleeping here? Due to the potency of that medicine, occasionally there are symptoms of rejection. I'm staying here for a bit so I can keep an eye on you. Is what you're saying, but in reality, you just want to be with me, right? I guess I'll leave after all. If rejection occurs, then go ahead and die. Well, I'm joking. Once this battle's over, We're not going to have the chance to have these exchanges for a while, are we? It can't be helped, but it still makes you feel kind of lonely. It can't be helped, but it still makes you feel kind of lonely. Heh. Oh yeah, she got hit somewhere. I don't know who did that. She got hit somewhere. Rather than that, you should worry about tomorrow. This battle definitely won't be ending easily. Yeah, you're right. Even amongst Qin's 6 generals, Hakuki was the only one to possess the rare fort construction skill. Hakuki's earthen forts caused me no small amount of trouble in the past, and this one here doesn't lose to it either. If it's depth and uniqueness, then it's true that Osen's tactics might be on the same level as Hakuki. A fort surrounded by walls made of soil. However, what you are doing now is a grave mistake, Osen. Despite his position as vice general, a mere deputy to Mogul, his actions clearly indicate that he considers his own life to be of the highest import on the king's army's side. This is true. With the appearance of this fort, slaying Osen has become a difficult task. But if we were to look at it another way, it could also be said that we have now sealed his movements to that fort. This is a great blow to the Qin army, whose main offense lies with the 2 deputies' armies. Not to mention, with him out of the way, the Qin army will have lost half of its resources to prevent the worst-case scenario. It's impossible that Osen has not realized this. My kingdom needs... It would appear that Osen is lacking traits befitting a proper general, and greatly too. Quite a twisted fellow, aren't you? Osen, I now understand the reason why you have never come under the sun's rays since the times of King Shou. A general who puts himself first and foremost is not worthy of trust. No matter how talented you may be at warfare, the people will never recognize you as a hero. You stand on a different path from the likes of us. I won't say I don't acknowledge you, but I've lost my interest. Kyowen, I leave this area to you. Then, my lord, you would be time to go back to the basics. If all else fails in warfare, then kill the enemy commander. I think it's time I sent that untalented old friend to the other world. Oh boy. Let's bring this battle to an end tomorrow, Kyowen. Yes, sir. Whew. It seems Domon and Abi have already had a word with you. Yep, and they each put in a punch too. Huh. And that's all it took, then you got off lightly. That said, how may I serve, great general? Enough of that. Right now, the only 2 here are grandfather and his grandson. Let's go inside, Ten, and share a few cups. What's wrong, Grandpa? You're acting different from usual. I don't like this sort of atmosphere. Now, there's no need to be like that then. I'm 10. It might be hard to believe, but when you get to my age, somehow you'll know when a battle to the death is drawing near. Normally that would be true, but just this once. That's why I said it's not like the usual you. To not take risks or be hasty should be Hakudo's Sama style. I will run away no longer. Whew. Okay. Yeah, that was a really good stopping point. Oh man, fight to the death. That was really good though. Those are some great chapters. Eventually, I'm going to change the title of the video from chapters 203 to 23. But man, that was really good. Those are some great, phenomenal chapters. They really introduced all the characters that people I think have been talking about for a while. They just, a name will pop up and they'd be like, oh, that Kanki greatness or the Olsen greatness or da greatness or whatever. So it's great to know what's behind that greatness. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty cool. These chapters were awesome. Thank all of y'all for coming through. That was phenomenal. A phenomenal read. That's all I gotta say. And Lifebite came through early. Oh man, how did I not see that? Lifebite, thank you for coming through. Lifebite was like one of the first people to come through to the Kingdom like read throughs from the I want to say maybe the second one or something like that. Yeah, like the second or the third one. And like it is now part 15. Man. So Lifebite, thank you for coming, for being here this whole time. It's very much appreciated, no joke. And of course, all y'all coming through to the Kingdom Read-A-Thons, like, is really appreciated. This is wild, man. I mean, I gotta see the end of this battle. Like, I'm definitely gonna do a stream tomorrow. I gotta see the end of this battle. It's gonna be wild, man. It's gonna be wild. That's what I'm gonna say about that. All right, so I'm gonna end the stream here. All right, that was chapter 203 to chapter 223. Of course, I'm the Black Manga Critic. We're gonna be doing another stream. Part 16 is gonna come up very soon, probably tomorrow on Saturday. All right. And then I'll be doing some other Read-A-Thon stuff too. I'm gonna try to do an Oyasumi Poon Poon Read-A-Thon stream, and then if I have enough time, like during the throughout the day, I might also do another one for either Yona or a manga that I want to start up. I want to start up another manga. I think it's called Your Lie in April. I really want to start that one because I love music manga and like anime stuff like that. So I really want to check that one out. I've heard really good things about it. And I might start a readathon for that tomorrow. I might do like 5 chapters or something like that. Just to get it started. And then, or if I like it like a lot, then I might do like 10 chapters, and we'll see. All right. So I'm the Black Manga Critic. Thank all y'all for coming through. Shout out to everybody that came through in the chat. This was an awesome stream. I loved reacting to these chapters. I'm the Black Manga Critic. All right, and I will be back tomorrow for Saturday. I'm gonna try to get as many streams as I can. Fit into tomorrow. All right. I'm the Black Manga Critic, and I'm out.